You are looking at a horrifying structure. A heavy metal menace. A beast made of cold, hard steel. Like the monster Frankenstein, it is a creation born from the darkest side of man's imagination. All who enter, enter with fear. All who leave scarred forever.
I don't like steel cages.
Everybody knows the steel hurts.
I don't like to get in them.
You got 100 new ways to injure somebody.
I don't like to wrestle them.
In a steel cage, something bad's gonna happen to you.
Tonight, bodies will be broken, athletes crumble, mighty men fall. Is this fearsome structure a real demon? Or is it merely the devil within a man that is unleashed?
Are you afraid?
Is it the voice of the cage a man hears inside here? Or is it the voice of fear inside his own head?
I am a living, breathing beast. I prey on your fear. Feed on your blood. Ravage your flesh. I am your worst living nightmare. Fear me. Fear me. Fear me.
Fear me.
Fear me.
Fear me. Fear me. Fear me. Are you afraid?
And now, TNA Wrestling presents the most dangerous pay-per-view of the year, Lockdown.
Tradition, St. Louis, Missouri. It's TNA's all-steel cage pay-per-view lockdown. Can the Pope cash in the world title match against AJ Styles? And who will gain the power and control in lethal lockdown? Will it be Team Hogan or will it be Team Flair? And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you live to St. Louis, Missouri and Lockdown. It's Mike Tenay, it's Taz, we are at ringside, and as we covered during the pre-show, we have breaking news for you. First off, X Division champion Douglas Williams. He has been grounded in the UK. You've seen the story all over the news. The fallout from the volcano in Iceland. It's prevented him from traveling to the States from England, and as a result, TNA management has stripped Williams of the X Division title. We will have a new X Division champ crowned tonight, Taz.
Well, also, Six Pac of the band not here tonight. We have a call time here of 1 p.m. for all wrestlers to appear, to come to work, and, well, Six Pac, he no-showed. Obviously a case of Six Pac being Six Pac, so who knows?
And Taz, speaking of not being here, Eric Bischoff scheduled to be here tonight at Lockdown. We can tell you he's not here yet. I know I saw him yesterday at our fan interaction event here in St. Louis.
Well, yeah, Eric Bischoff was interacting with fans at the fan interaction, but he wasn't interacting with Hulk Hogan. And you and I got to the arena today, and coincidentally, Hulk Hogan pulled up when we did, and there was no sign of Bischoff with Hogan.
You ready to kick off Lockdown?
I'm ready. Let's do it,
Let's
baby.
do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the opening contest live at TNA Lockdown. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing Team Hogan from Battle Creek, Michigan, Rob Van Dam.
It is rare when an opening match at an event is going to have as much impact as this one, because the winner of this opening match tonight at Lockdown will gain the man advantage for his team in the lethal lockdown steel cage match later tonight.
Oh, you got to assume every eye from Team Hogan and Team Flair, including Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, got to be watching this match to see who wins it, because it's super important, as you pointed out, Mike, who gets the advantage, the man advantage, later on in Lethal Lockdown match.
Rob Van Dam representing Team Hogan in this opening match, where we're going to decide who gets the numbers game for Lethal Lockdown later tonight.
His opponent in this match, where the winner gains the man advantage for their team in Lethal Lockdown later tonight, representing Team Flair, Cowboy Jim Storm!
Can't say it enough. Can't drive home the importance of this matchup to tonight's Lockdown pay-per-view. If you think about it, this is going to set the tone, set the pace for the entire Lethal Lockdown cage match later. When we get to that man advantage situation, when it's 2-on-1, 3-on-2, and 4-on-3, it can't get any more important than that. And yes, as he tosses his sunglasses right at the broadcast table, and it's Cowboy James Storm representing Team Flair.
Well, you know, Mike, I think you said it best when you said set the tone, because that's exactly what this is about right here. This will set the pace, the chemistry, the momentum going into the Lethal Lockdown match. Van Dam's ready to rock, and Storm seems like he's going to wait for the right time to get in this cage here and face Mr. Pay-Per-View. Usually he's Mr. Monday Night, but it's pay-per-view. Oh! Well, you know what? Storm didn't want to go in the cage, so Van Dam brought the cage to Storm.
Impact of the steel cage driven into the face of the Cowboy James Storm after RVD just charged right at the door and drop kicked the steel right in Storm's face, and there he goes right into the side of the cage.
Well, I don't think James Storm expected this attack by Rob Van Dam, but I can't blame Rob. He wanted to get it going. So bring it to him.
Taz, tell us about the pressure that these two individuals, RVD and James Storm, are feeling in this match, because they're representing their entire squads, Team Hogan and Team Flair.
Well, all the pressure in the world is on both Storm and Rob Van Dam, and where Rob Van Dam is always a very cool and confident competitor. He doesn't make many mistakes, Rob. Where Storm's comes out here, he's got a buzz on, so you never know what he's thinking. But the pressure's on both these men, and look at Rob!
Leg drop by Van Dam, climbed up the side of the cage, and then used that to propel himself into the leg drop as Storm was draped over the steel guardrail.
No, you don't want to let your team down. Right now, Storm kind of is.
Referee Brian Hebner trying to get these two guys back inside the steel cage, but RVD is just continuing this full court press on Storm.
Well, Van Dam is having a good time. He's out here high-fiving up. Meanwhile, he's in a huge match right now. Telling you. Oh, nice block. Oh!
Well, that's the way you turn the momentum around. Entirely in favor of Van Dam.
Oh, you got to be careful here, because James Storm with that beer bottle, he will not hesitate to smack someone in the head with it.
Oh, we've seen that before. Fighting back is RVD, series of shots, and you can see that Van Dam has been busted open.
Yep. Well, now the match officially starts, and Van Dam, as you said, got split open. I guess once his head hit these steel steps going into the cage, that'll do it, you know.
Of course, that use of that beer bottle certainly playing into the revenge factor, as we see Van Dam in the corner as he just drilled the Cowboy with the kick. The blood flowing from the head of RVD. Could this be a concern for both Rob Van Dam as well as Team Hogan in terms of going forward later tonight?
It could be, Mike, but right now it looks like Van Dam is not affected by the open wound that he sustained So I would think at this early goings in this match, even though there's some blood pouring out of the head of Van Dam, Van Dam's looking pretty good right now.
Of course, both of these individuals will be competing twice here tonight at Lockdown, this opening match where we will determine the man advantage, and then also they're going to be in that lethal Lockdown cage bout. Inverted atomic drop by Van Dam as he continues to take it to the Cowboy. Got him hung out on that top steel cable, that top rope.
And you never know what Van Dam's going to do when you're perched up on a top rope. Van Dam's very comfortable on the tippy top rope.
That is his comfort zone, isn't it?
Oh, right in the back of the head with a high kick.
Shows you his comfort, his agility off the ropes. Drags Storm out for the pin attempt.
Well, it's kind of odd here because James Storm, who was able to split open the skull of Van Dam using a steel steps, but it seems like that open wound kind of motivated Van Dam.
Been talking about the impact that this match is going to have on Lethal Lockdown going forward. We've also covered the situation with Eric Bischoff, conspicuous by his absence, and that has to be a concern for Hulk Hogan, in addition to everything else that's weighing on Hogan's mind as Storm just drags RVD out of the corner and overpowers him down. Neckbreaker type move, and then goes to the mount, and he's reining in rights.
And those right hands targeted right towards the open wound in Van Dam's forehead. Kind of graphic, kind of violent, but you know what? This is not a musical or a ballet or a dancing contest, you know what I'm saying? It's about getting that man advantage in that Lethal Lockdown match later on tonight.
And when it comes to TNA pay-per-views, wow, Lockdown, because every match is contested inside the steel cage, it is our most dangerous pay-per-view event of the year.
Oh, wow.
Just when RVD thought he had it rolling, he gets cut off by Storm, and the impact of that clothesline, it not only took Van Dam over the ropes, but he went right into the cage.
Come on.
Storm gets two. Right on the verge of getting the man advantage for Team Flair. Going to continue the offense that he has.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to with someone like Van Dam. You got to keep that pressure on him. And we've seen, you know, on Impact recently, that man, James Storm, take a beer bottle and split open, basically split the bottle in half and explode the bottle in the face of Van Dam. And, you know, it's a different side we've seen past several weeks of Beer Money. Mike, you know Beer Money for years, and a lot of our TNA fans are kind of...
They have taken that level of violence and really ratcheted it up several notches. Has Storm and Rude, Beer Money Incorporated. RVD trying to get going once again. Ducks the clothesline, comes springing off the ropes, and the spin kick was there.
Well, that might be enough for Van Dam maybe to build some sort of momentum here. To try and wake up in this match if he can. In the beginning, Van Dam was looking great. Then one little miscue, and by Van Dam, and Storm capitalized.
As the referee puts in the count, we see that both competitors have once again back to their feet. Series of blows as they exchange. Storm momentarily getting the better, but RVD just caught him with quite a shot.
Punch for punch here. And Mike, you gotta, if you think about, watch out, those low round kicks. If you think about it, the advantage would have to go to Van Dam, in my opinion. He's a singles competitor for the most part, where Beer Money's part of, one of the most successful tag teams in the industry, Beer Money.
Well, especially the longer that this match goes, one would anticipate that, Storm might be looking for a tag to his partner, Robert Roode, but not going to be the case. Off the front slam, here goes RVD.
Split leg.
Moonsault on the money. Follow cover. And did he get him?
No, he did not.
Wow, was that close.
Well, you could like James Storm or not. That was an impressive kick out. Van Dam has beaten many of men with that split-legged moonsault. Oh!
Jawbreaker by the Cowboy. And as he finishes off, the final sip of beer that tosses the bottle to the referee. Hebner doesn't see that he just spit and blinded RVD with the beer and then spikes him on his head with the DDT. Hebner counts one. Hebner counts two. I was with you.
That front kick, I think, was a little low, like a low blow, it looked like, from Storm to Van Dam before that exclamation point DDT. That wasn't enough to beat Van Dam.
Thought the 3 count was going to be a guarantee there after blinding RVD, spitting the beer directly into his eyes. Setting up for the last call, super kick. He measures, he stalks, he waits.
Picking his spot right here, just waiting for the right opportunity. Oh.
RVD ducks out of the way. So does Storm on the attempt. Oh! But then RVD just drilled him with the kick.
Someone's gonna get some height right now, baby. Oh!
5-star frog splash off the top.
And nobody gets as high as Van Dam.
Here goes the cover. Leg hook. Here's the pin and the 3 count.
Here's the winner, Rob Van Dam.
That's big time right there, Mike. Big time momentum for Team Hogan.
Talked about setting the tone. Talked about setting the pace for Lethal Lockdown later tonight. And the victory by Rob Van Dam in our opening matchup. Live from St. Louis at Lockdown, it does just that for Team Hogan.
Wasn't easy. Both men leaving it all in this cage. Very physical matchup. Let's take a look at some of this, how the thing started before the bell even rang. Van Dam brought the fight to James Storm on the outside of the ring. And then at the beginning of this match, once they got in the cage in the ring here, it was all Van Dam. Storm came back, did some stuff, able to kick out of that split leg moonsault.
Then the referee distracted behind the back of Brian Hebner. Boom! Then RVD turned it around, 5-star frog splash off the top, and that was just enough to get the win and the pin on the Cowboy James Storm. It's advantage Team Hogan as we head to Lethal Lockdown later tonight here live from St. Louis. On that note, speaking of Team Hogan, we're going to send it to the back where Christy Hemme is with the Hulkster.
Hulk, first of all, thank you so much for taking a few moments to talk with us. Now, with everything that's been going on with Team Flair and Team Hogan over the past couple weeks, how confident do you feel about your team going into Lethal Lockdown tonight?
Well, you know, Christy, it's not exactly a bright, sunny day in Southern California, you know. When you think about it, we've been beat up pretty bad as of late. You know, Jeff Jarrett getting dropped twice by the Stinger. And then you've got beer money just running wild here at TNA. You know, it's not even wrestling when you hit people in the head with beer bottles and then you burn someone's head off, you know, like they did Jeff Hardy. And then when I think about the Monster Abyss, okay, so you got to tame the beast. Hit him in the head with a fire extinguisher. I can dig that, I guess. But you don't run somebody over with a car. Doesn't work. But the simple fact that Team Hogan is in the building, the simple fact that all my guys are in the back regrouping, you know, that's going to stand for something. And you know what it stands for? It stands for the fact that Team Hogan is going to go out in Lethal Lockdown and we're going to tear down the house. And you know what? No matter what happens out there, we're going to leave our mark. But we do have a bright spot. Just the simple fact that RVD beat James Storm out there, you know, that shows me we got a little momentum. There's a little ray of hope coming through that dark cloud. And I know a lot of people are voting against us because Flair's on a roll. He's in all his glory. I heard he was down the road the other night, came into town a day early at the Marriott, styling and profiling, buying drinks for everybody. Okay, so he's on his game. And if that's the way it is, and Team Flair prevails tonight, well, I guess it's time for me to just pack my bags and walk away from TNA.
You don't mean that, do you?
No, yeah, I mean that. If Ric Flair destroys Team Hogan, you know, there's nothing left for TNA. There's nothing left for my guys. There's nothing left for Team Hogan at all.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, just one last question. Eric Bischoff. Nobody's seen him here all day long. Do you expect him to come tonight at all?
Well, you know, Christy, I've got enough on my plate. I knew what I was getting into, just like Eric said when I brought him on board. You know, I actually thought he'd be a help. But, you know, Eric's going to do what he's going to do. Eric's Eric. And, you know, I'm done fighting it. You know, something that's out of my hands now. I'm over it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an X Division escape match where the first man to climb over the top of the cage and to the floor is the winner and will be the third competitor in the match to fill the vacant X Division Championship later tonight. Introducing the competitors. First from Brooklyn, New York, Homicide!
Well, some awful interesting comments from Hulk Hogan as it pertains to both the Lethal Lockdown match and Eric Bischoff's situation. Taz, did you hear that? If Team Flair wins, if they continue this domination, Hulk's talking about walking away from TNA?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to hear that, and I hope that doesn't happen, honestly. And I gotta tell you, I didn't expect the Hulkster to say that. I don't feel that way. And how about the comments about Eric Bischoff? I mean, he's kind of like, kind of done fighting that fight. I don't quite know what that means. I know he should watch his back when it comes to Eric Bischoff. I know that much.
From Malibu, California, Brian Kendrick!
Well, I mean, Hulk was thinking about it, and he said Eric Bischoff is going to do what Eric is going to do. And when that Hogan-Bischoff regime took over back on January the 4th, they were on the same page. They were working together. But we have certainly seen issues, disagreements, some very public disagreements between Bischoff and Hogan in recent weeks.
And the final two participants, both from Detroit, Michigan, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. They are the Motor City Machine Guns.
Little different twist for every steel cage match tonight in Lockdown. This is X Division Escape Rules. It's a four-way match. This isn't a tag team match. It's every man for himself. It's the first man to climb over the top of the steel cage and down to the arena floor. They're victorious in this match, but that's just the first part, because the winner is then going to go on later tonight. Join Shannon Moore and Kazarian in that three-way match, replacing Douglas Williams, who had the travel issues. So the winner of X Division Escape goes on to challenge for that X Division title later tonight.
What a great feel it had to be for all four of these athletes in the ring right now. In the cage, I should say, right now. Look at Homicide trying to get out of here right away to win this thing. So imagine you show up here, and next thing you know, you're going to get an opportunity, possibly, to go into a match to become the X Division champion tonight. As you said, the winner of this thing will get that opportunity later. Trying to lock that cage door, and Kendrick just got drilled in the back.
Yes, even though this is every man for himself, you have to anticipate that Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns, are going to be working together against Homicide and Brian Kendrick. I mean, you take a look at the personalities of Homicide and Kendrick, and both of them, well, Homicide's just absolutely crazy. Kendrick is a loner. But wouldn't it make sense for them to get together and try and work together to counteract this numbers edge of the Guns?
I don't think that. I mean, I think it's safe to say that Kendrick and Homicide are both two combustible fellas that won't be able to work on the same page, I should say. And Kendrick seems like his forehead got split open also.
So in other words, it's one of those situations that looks good on paper, sounds good, but watching Homicide and Kendrick actually join forces might be too much to believe.
Yeah, I just don't think that's going to happen. I mean, you know, this is like you said, every man for himself. And when that opportunity comes up to get out of this cage, look at, there you go, Kendrick's head. Hey, this steel cage is up here all night for every match. It's a weapon, and that's going to happen.
That's the danger element that's involved in Lockdown, as all of a sudden Homicide and Kendrick have singularly turned it around on Sabin and Shelley the Guns.
Just imagine now if you're, you know, Kazarian or Shannon Moore, you got to pay attention to this bad boy right here, because that'll be the third person in that three-way match later on for the X Division title. So maybe I was wrong.
Well, did you see the body language there between the two?
Well, they kind of pointed at each other, but I guess that's considered some sort of language with the body, right? Body language, get it?
And now we see Homicide, variation there of a camel clutch as Kendrick gets the speed rolling.
Maybe one too many runs, I think. Oh, maybe not. God.
And ends with the open head slap to the face of Sabin. I wasn't anticipating that slap.
That was a lot of running for a slap, but you know what? It worked.
Taz, I am receiving word, and we talked about this earlier tonight with Six-Pac not here. I'm told that Hulk Hogan has just informed Scott Hall the match later on tonight against Team 3D. Either get yourself a tag team partner or be prepared to go 1-on-2 against Brother Ray and Brother Devon in a handicap match.
Oh my God, you kidding me or what? Well, that's big time. Oh, look at that.
Sensational double team move by the Guns. Sabin and Shelley take control once again. Not about pins, not about submissions. It's about escaping the cage by going over the top and going down to the floor.
The Motor City Machine Guns obviously working as a cohesive unit here. But look, at the end of the day, only one of those men can win this match. So at one point, they're going to have to kind of, I would think, turn on the other if the opportunity came. That was a sick DDT, man.
How about the timing of that move by Sabin? Stopped, waited, and caught him with the tornado DDT, and then ends up on the receiving end of the spinning neck breaker from Homicide.
And Homicide's a very unstable, crazy Latino man. I'll tell you that. He's whacked. Well, that was nice right there. Shelley may be going for the gusto to try and get out of here.
But quickly cut off by Brian Kendrick. Smart move. Game plan and strategy on the part of Kendrick is right on target, because Shelley was going to make his way directly up the side of the cage and escape and win this match and move into the X Division title match.
And look,
whoa, watch this.
You see Kendrick looked like he raked the eyes of Sabin to stop that double team maneuver that the Guns had in mind.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to go for that made in Detroit, that double team move that ends with the sliced bread. And Kendrick just viciously driving in those shots to the gut.
God, more like wearing out his handbag.
That'll wear out your chin, your head, your neck. Did you see the Gringo Killer? Gringo Killer by Homicide.
Sabin, I think Sabin might be toast.
And now this opens it up.
Yeah, Kendrick and looks like Homicide.
I think Homicide told him they were going to work together. Kendrick turned his back on him, and then Homicide quickly goes up and over the top.
He's going to do it.
Kendrick Homicide down the side of the cage, touches the floor, and he wins it.
Here's your winner, Homicide.
Wow. Talk about highway robbery. Homicide just twisting the game a little bit on Kendrick right there.
Now we can fill in the blanks. Homicide going to move on later tonight with Kazarian, the Prince of Punk, Shannon Moore in the match for the vacant TNA X Division Championship. The actions of Homicide, they have Brian Kendrick PO'd.
I don't blame Kendrick. He should be upset. If I was him, I'd want a little redemption right about now.
Going to go back and take a look at this four-way match. Yeah, it's every man for himself, but early on, it was the Guns working as a team.
The Guns look great working as a unit together. They're one of the best tag teams here in TNA, possibly in the world. But at the end of the day, this was every man for himself, and I was wrong. I didn't think that Kendrick and Homicide would work on the same page. And at the end of the day, Homicide was one step ahead of the guy that thought he was helping him. In Kendrick, Homicide gets the opportunity at the X Division title later on tonight.
Homicide moves on to that three-way title match. Up next, live from St. Louis, Kevin Nash, Eric Young. This one's about revenge.
I never thought I'd see Kevin Nash on the opposite side of a ring from Six-Pac and Scott Hall.
Eric Young, he's been so supportive of Kevin Nash.
Nash is dying to get in that ring and exchange with his former boys. There it is.
The referee didn't see it. Sprayed the paint right in his eyes. Now you talk about being completely blinded.
Oh, look, it's Eric Young.
Yeah, just swinging for the fences, but he connects. And here comes Big Kev. Kevin Nash just moves the referee out of the way. Oh, now what? The jackknife powerbomb for his own tag team partner.
Kevin Nash doing the unthinkable. Wow.
Throw him to the Wolfpack, and the double pin on Eric Young. Now we see that it was all a charade on the part of Nash.
Just man to man, I'd like Eric Young to come down. I'd like to talk to him and offer him an apology from Big Sexy. I know what we did to you was wrong. I know you trusted me. What I did was business, was not personal. We've decided that there's anybody that's going to join the band, it's definitely you. So what do you say? We throw one up. You join the band.
Yeah, he threw one up, all right.
Big mistake.
I think to Eric Young, it still is personal.
Kevin, you saw me coming up the ranks. You saw something in me and you tied your rope to me. You want to take that rope and tie it to that sinking ship? Then so be it. Because everyone can see I'm in this business for the right reasons. You're in it for the wrong ones.
Lock down! Look into these eyes, Kev. I'm gonna get righteous.
Big Sexy Kevin Nash faces his former friend Eric Young inside the steel cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lockdown continues with the following one-fall contest. Introducing first from Canada, Eric Young.
All about friends becoming enemies. This is the man who put his trust in Big Sexy Kevin Nash, and Eric Young ended up paying the price.
You know, I got to tell you, Mike, not for nothing, I respect Eric Young. I'm a fan of his in-ring style, but I got to tell you, I don't know how. I mean, Eric Young could have thought that he could trust Nash. That's family business right there. The band, that's family.
His opponent from Detroit, Michigan, Big Sexy Kevin Nash.
But do you agree with what I'm saying, Mike? You know what I'm talking about when it comes to Eric Young and the friendship he had with Nash?
Well, obviously, what you are doing is reinforcing the thoughts of Big Sexy Kevin Nash, who says this is business, it's not personal. And
I'm actually giving my opinion. That's all I'm doing.
I'm with you, Taz, in terms of history between Big Sexy Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Six Pac, Sean Waltman.
That's a brotherhood.
They've been around forever.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how. Look, I don't know how Eric Young thought that he could kind of, that he was surprised that he didn't see it, more or less coming. I mean, or the agenda that Nash would have because of the brotherhood, the friendship for all those years and the success that the band has had together, Wolfpack, whatever you want to call them. That's all I'm saying.
Then at the same time, Kevin Nash offers up a position to EY in the band. Eric wants nothing to do with that, wants to separate himself from Nash, Six Pac, Scott Hall.
I respect that. I respect Eric Young wanting to be a loner, wanting to be a renegade. I dig that.
I guess we should touch on that situation with Six Pac not here tonight. Hulk Hogan went to Scott Hall. He informed him later tonight the match against 3D. Scott Hall, either be prepared for a handicap match against 3D or get yourself a tag team partner.
Well, Scott Hall better get himself a partner because he's not going to do well, in my view, against 3D. Well, right here, we saw it right in the beginning of this match. Eric Young doing the right thing and utilizing the quickness advantage that he would have with Nash. And that's what he's got to try to do here, Eric, to win this match.
Well, that's a good point. I was just going to talk about strengths and weaknesses between these two men. And that's what Eric Young brings to this match. Opposite side of the ring, Big Sexy Kevin Nash, 7 feet, 300 pounds, certainly has that physical power edge.
Look, listen, bottom line, it's well documented that Kevin Nash is a heavy hitter. But Eric Young is loaded with spunk. He's ready to go. He's all heart. And we're seeing it right here. He'll bring the fight to you, Will EY.
Did so with a missile drop kick.
Oh,
so with
nice.
Another drop kick as Nash is sandwiched on the apron between the ropes and the steel.
And that's a good place to have a gigantic individual like Nash. And you see Eric Young again, driving his body right across Nash.
Agree, throws caution to the wind with a cross body block, not worried about himself. Tried to sandwich Nash right into the cage. Pulled the referee out of the way and then got caught with the vicious low blow by Nash.
That's the veteran. That's a well-traveled main eventer right there. And Kevin Nash saw that quick window of opportunity and took advantage of it, that the referee had his back turned, getting chucked out of the way.
Just that split-second opening was there, and Nash cashes it in and turns this matchup in his favor. It was all EY there for several minutes with that flurry of offense. We talked about the physical edge that he has, and when Nash gets you in the corner like this, he rifles off these knee shots, and he can hit you with forearms and elbows.
Yeah. And Eric Young realizes that, Mike, and Eric tried to get out of the corner, but Nash using his size, or as we say in Brooklyn, his bigness, and he used it to keep Eric Young in the corner. Look at Eric though. Tell him bring it. Kind of doing the old Rocky Balboa deal there. Hit me, Apollo.
Well, that's what Eric Young is all about also, that never-say-die attitude.
Oh, man.
And he's showing you, ladies and gentlemen, just how personal these issues are between himself and Nash as he continues to tell Nash to bring the fight to him.
Well, I don't think Nash has a problem bringing the fight. So if I was EY, I might want to use a different strategy because I don't know if that's working. I mean, I respect Eric's, you know, his fortitude and his toughness. Wanting Kevin to bring it. I don't know why you want to do that. Just my view.
Does the steel cage maybe limit Eric Young's ability to play more of a hit-and-run game here against Nash because he's confined?
Yeah, I think to a degree, yeah, I think that's a good point. I definitely think that they're confined. And we got our audience here, our massive audience here in St. Louis, kind of split. Let's go Eric, let's go Kevin. Watch out!
Powerful choke slam. As EY came off the ropes, Nash was set, waiting for him, and drives him directly down to the canvas. Tremendous crowd here in St. Louis for Lockdown. It's been great all weekend. The fan interaction event yesterday. TNA fans coming from all over the country, all over the world to be here in St. Louis, Missouri.
See that right there, Eric Young kicking at those, one of the knees of Kevin Nash, and Kevin's had some issues with his knees over the years, and smart way to chop down that gigantic redwood known as Big Sexy.
That's the weakness. Oh. The big thing is you have to get Nash off of his feet first, and not able to do so, and then gets caught with the big boot.
That was ugly. Nothing but straight impact. Sole of a boot meeting Eric Young's face. Not a good way to spend a Sunday night in St. Louis, and neither is that. Like a lawn dart. Eric Young's skull first into the cage.
This is that physical advantage, that power game that we spoke about earlier when it comes to Nash in this match. He's exploiting it, taking Eric up to his shoulder, driving him repeatedly in the side of the steel, and now the straps come down.
This might be the beginning of the end in this match for Eric Young.
There's the jackknife powerbomb by Nash on Eric. Here's the follow cover. Here's two, and there's three.
Here is your winner, Big Sexy, Kevin Nash.
Well, listen, bottom line, this thing here, Eric Young definitely brought the fight. He showed up here to fight, and it was a fight. Nash brought the fight, too. Now even Eric Young is split open here.
Not only split open, but as you can see, there's some concern from the referee, Andrew Thomas, calling for some help from the back. He is knocked out. Eric is unconscious here. This was a case of Eric Young having that never-say-die attitude. We saw the incredible resilience from EY in this match. Power game of Nash turns out to be too much, and especially when you factor in knocking him unconscious.
News for the boys in the back. If you think for a minute, Bischoff and Hogan, Scott Hall's coming out here tonight alone, not when Kevin Nash still got breath. I'm his partner. 3D, tonight, your ass is ours.
Well, I think Scott Hall just found himself a partner, huh?
How about that? Team 3D versus Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. That's coming up later tonight, live from St. Louis. But up next, you don't want to miss this, the TNA Knockouts in action.
We have reached the moment we have all been waiting for. Tonight, we are going to find out the contents of these lock boxes. Velvet Sky, an open contract. Any opponent, any time, any stipulation. Tara, you have a lot on the line. Let's find out the contents of the lockbox. Poison's coming home. Angelina Love is the new TNA Knockouts champion of the world.
I came to TNA to prove that I am the best.
By winning my freaking title with the key, this tire thing is a joke.
You know what? Sometimes life is a bitch, and you gotta deal with it.
Yeah, the former knockout champion, Tara, not happy that she lost that knockout championship to Angelina Love.
That title will be on the line this Sunday at Lockdown when the beautiful people take on Angelina Love and Tara.
Both knockouts, tag, and singles title at stake in that one tag match in the cage this Sunday.
It's time, once and for all, to prove to TNA who the real beauty is.
Well, Velvet won the match of her choice in the Lockbox Showdown, and we're going to see that matchup.
It's going to be you handcuffed in that ring while I whoop that ass.
Velvet Sky obviously making the most out of that contract she got, and these girls used to be best friends, Mike. These girls were like sisters. Well, it was a horrible way, tough way for Tara to lose her championship in a Russian roulette type deal in a Lockbox challenge, but Tara doing the right thing, coming out here to help Angelina.
You keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
All of the TNA Knockout Championships are on the line as the beautiful people take on Angelina Love and Tara.
Yes, it is time for the first of our 3 championship matches tonight at Lockdown. Both the knockout singles and the tag team titles are at stake in the same match here live from St. Louis. And here, the Knockouts tail of the tape, and for Angelina Love, not only about championships tonight, also about gaining vengeance on her former associates, the beautiful people. If Tara and Angelina are to succeed, they've got to be on the same page, but recent issues between the two over the knockout title make me wonder if they can work together. Yes, all the knockouts titles are on the line tonight. Who is it going to be? Who's going to lead Lockdown with possession of the knockout singles and tag titles? It's time to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this tag team contest has the following special stipulations. If Tara or Angelina score a pinfall or submission, they become TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions. However, if Velvet or Madison pin Angelina or Tara, whoever scores a pinfall becomes TNA Knockout Singles Champion. Introducing the participants in this match. First, accompanied to the ring by Lacey Von Erich. They are the TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions, Velvet Sky and Madison Rayne. They are the beautiful people.
Rhetorical question, Taz. Is there a better entrance in professional wrestling than this trio of the beautiful people?
Nah, I think the beautiful people, their entrance is, it's pretty cool. It's definitely pretty cool. I wonder if they could do it, because maybe the steel cage might be in the way, and yeah, well, I guess so. The rope's still there. I don't know why they...
Well, now they've got the rope, the steel cage as a hindrance. That's gonna, well, wait a minute. Velvet Madison with the tease. And now the three-way tease involving Lacey Von Erich.
Subtle.
Did we mention all the knockouts titles are at stake in this match?
Well, the knockout tag team champions are in the ring. I'm just taking a high road, brother. I'm just high roading it right now.
Their opponents first from the state of California, Tara!
Oh, look at Tara. She's got the St. Louis Cardinal lid on her head and lost that game. I think it just ended a few minutes ago.
He got one from yesterday.
96-inning game that my Mets won.
You know that
at least we won once.
It's true. That Lockbox Showdown event on Impact. It was good news, bad news for Tara. She certainly regained possession of her tarantula poison.
Yeah, but she lost the title.
Yeah.
Who cares about the stupid spider? You lose the title.
That's what I said. Good news, bad news.
Right.
To get the good news with poison back. The bad news, yeah, you're no longer TNA Knockout Champion, and you were never even pinned. You didn't submit in the match. And to me, that's what's behind the friction between Tara and Angelina Love. They're tag team partners tonight, though.
Her tag team partner from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the TNA Knockouts Champion, Angelina Love.
Well, in my opinion, right here, on Knockouts Champion, Angelina, who can flat out go in this ring, she's got to really be careful and hope Tara doesn't get pinned at any point in this match, or herself. Well, that lovely knockout title's gone. Mike, am I correct or not?
You are correct,
sir. Of course I'm correct, sir.
You are correct. You are right on the money. As far as Angelina and Tara are concerned as a tag team, the upside for them, score that win by pin, score that win by submission tonight here in the cage in St. Louis, and you will become TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions, and Angelina can add the tag team gold to the singles gold.
Well, that would be awesome. I mean, if you're Tara or Angelina, that definitely would be awesome. But we'll see what happens and what unfolds here. And as one of the, that's the original beautiful person, I guess, right? That's how you would say it, Mike?
That would be correct. The original leader of the group, sure.
She's still beautiful, Angelina, even though she's not part of the beautiful people. And Tara's still beautiful, even though she plays with tarantulas, which is kind of weird. And that's what it's all about, all those titles. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. And of course, with Angelina Love being away from TNA for several months, upon her return, we saw the issues immediately come to light between herself and the beautiful people. And in particular, sure, it's the beautiful people in general, but mostly the differences are between these two right here, Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, and I think a lot of it had to do with Velvet taking over leadership of the group once Angelina was gone.
Yeah, absolutely, sure. I mean, envy, jealousy, or, you know, that could be some of it with Angelina, but I think it was more of she just felt like, you know, Velvet was kind of acting like a biatch, as the females say. Former BFFs, what do they call it? BCFs? BCS is what they call it?
Be close enough.
BFF.
BFF. Oof. Front slam leads to a cover by Angelina, but not able to put away Madison Rayne.
So it's like a jawbreaker type move. Good to stop momentum for someone. That right hand. Tara just, she could swing definitely. Background in MMA, so she can grapple along with just being an excellent striker.
Yeah, certainly well-rounded when it comes to the TNA knockouts. That describes Tara's offense. And a cheap shot there, raking of the eyes by Madison Rayne, turns things over to Velvet, and then the drop toe hold puts Velvet straight down.
Nice. To that bridge,
yeah. Bridging reverse chin lock.
It's a lot of nice flipping back over from that bridge.
Yeah, floats over into the front face lock. And going to try and elevate, and does to perfection. Snaps off the suplex directly into the cover and the pin for a near fall.
That takes tremendous neck strength to do several bridges like that into a snap suplex and float back over. A lot of training to perform those type of moves.
Especially when you do them as fluently as Tara just did. Cheap shot, a second one from outside by Madison. Leads to a pin attempt by Velvet, but just two.
And again, if Tara would have got defeated right there, would have got pinned by Velvet. And here, too, Angelina would lose her knockout title.
And that's what the beautiful people are hoping for, trying to gain a pin and add.
Gotta be, let me interrupt you,
the singles championship. Go ahead, Taz.
It's got to be driving Angelina crazy to watch Tara get covered after cover and not interject herself in this match.
Watch this series of stomps.
So you know what I'm saying? You could be watching, if you're Angelina, your title disappear.
Pretty much the same situation that Tara found herself in when it came to the lockbox showdown.
I gotta tell you, if that's me and someone's about to get pinned and lose my title, I'm jumping in and stopping that pin cover.
Beautiful people continue the offensive onslaught. Double team leads to a pin attempt by Madison. Angelina outside, you can see she's dying to get into this match. She's been cheering on.
Yeah, you know this move, Mike.
Oh, it's the old scissor stomp.
Yep, I know this is something that.
Yes.
One of, you know, I know you're a big fan of this maneuver.
Yes, continue.
When you text me about it, the old scissor stomp. You named it, actually. The old scissor stomp. Whoop, whoop. Again, Angelina's title at stake while Tara almost got pinned.
And Tara fighting back, however, every pin attempt by the beautiful people. She has been able to turn it around, negate that attempt at the 3 count, and now offense on the side of Tara with the big slam. And going to walk right up the body of Velvet.
She's standing.
See this? She said, watch this to her own partner.
Oh, don't make a big mistake on that moonsault. And that, nobody's home on that moonsault.
That would definitely qualify as a big mistake. The missed moonsault off the top by Tara.
Well, turning point in the match right here for one of these ladies to tag in their respected partners. Well, Madison's legal now, and
ditto.
Here comes Angelina.
Swing and a miss with the clothesline by Madison. Oh, that clothesline was right there by Angelina. Overpowers Madison. Who was that screaming?
Velvet just screamed because she knew she was going to get drilled and raided by clothesline.
It was almost in anticipation of the clothesline, wasn't it?
Yes.
Going to stack up the beautiful people in the corner.
Oh, yeah, they're stacked. And now look at that. Tara tagged herself in.
That was the blind tag from outside. And you see the question from Angelina to the referee. Slick Johnson says, indeed, Widow's Peak time here. Oh! Could we have new tag team champs?
Shoot ahead. She's going to get her.
Cover. 2. Save made by...
Well, smart by Velvet. Velvet saving her knockout.
Wait. Keep your eyes on Lacey Von Erich. Up on the apron.
What the hell is going on here?
Knockout blow by Lacey Von Erich. She took the championship belt to the back of the head of Tara.
She's got a pin.
Slick Johnson turns around and counts 2 and counts 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners are the beautiful people and the new TNA Knockouts champion, Madison Rayne.
Oh my God, Angelina just lost her knockout title. Tara got pinned and that's it. One more knockout champ for Angelina.
Title goes to the beautiful people. They now have in Madison Rayne the knockout singles champion as well as the knockout tag team championship belts, and Angelina's throwing a fit.
Thanks to Lacey Von Erich, the third member of the beautiful people, kind of screwed over Tara, but more importantly Angelina for losing her title, and she didn't have to get beat to do it. So now Tara and Angelina got something in common. They both lost their knockout titles, not getting defeated.
But from the second that Tara hit the Widow's Peak, I thought we were going to have new TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions. The interference on the part of Lacey Von Erich, and I'm sure that's how Tara's going to explain this to Angelina, but I don't think that Angelina's interested in any answers or any excuses.
Well, that's the risk that you run. Your title is at stake.
Oh, you can sense the tension between these two.
I can't blame Angelina, but you can't blame Tara either. I mean, it wasn't like it was, you know, a lot of shenanigans going on at the end of that match, let's be honest. Referee was down, and looks like Angelina
helps Tara. Oh, what the hell?
Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me.
What's going on here? Angelina extends the hand after Tara lost the knockout title for her. And then Tara drives her into the cage?
Well, I guess Tara had an agenda the whole while, I guess.
Angelina left laying by Tara as we go to JB.
Yet to come tonight here at Lockdown, the lethal Lockdown match. It's Team Hogan, Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett, Rob Van Dam, and team captain, the Monster Abyss, taking on Team Flair.
Who do you think they're taking on? You really annoy me. It's Ric Flair, Team Flair, and by the way, St. Louis, Missouri, we are in Flair country, Team Flair country. Woo, 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 woo. We appreciate the youth and the enthusiasm of Jeff Hardy and Rob Van Dam, but the youth, the toughness, and the heart, and the future of TNA is Beer Money. They're on Team Flair, okay? And the Abyss, the Giant, the ugliest man I've ever seen in my entire life. Desmond Wolfe has taken down twice. Hogan, twice. Not once, twice. And how about this? How do we not talk about the legendary Jeff Jarrett? Are you kidding me? I've got Sting. Sting, 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 Sting. The icon. My man. Woo, Sting. Are you kidding me, Hogan? Lethal Lockdown tonight. You called us out. You want it. You got it. Blood, sweat, and tears. Hogan, it's your last night at TNA. You're going to walk out of this building or run with your tail between your legs. You'll never be seen on TNA again. Ric Flair promises the wrestling world that. Woo! 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 Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, also later tonight, we are going to see the World Heavyweight title match. It will be the Pope D'Angelo De Niro taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles.
The phenomenal AJ Styles, TNA's longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion in history. There is no one I haven't beat. No one. I have been the best since day one. So, Pope, if you think I'm going to sweat you in our match tonight, you need to take a long, deep breath and be honest with yourself for a second and look in the mirror and say this: I am no AJ Styles. I don't have the ability, the charisma, and the pure, unadulterated star power that AJ Styles possesses. So, Pope, say your prayers. Count your blessings, because Pope's Sunday night service ends tonight. And there are two things you can do about it: nothing and like it.
It is title match number 2 at Lockdown. And with Douglas Williams having travel issues from the UK, we are set for a 3-way match. It's for the vacant X Division Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following 3-way contest is for the vacant TNA X Division Championship, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first for Brooklyn, New York, Homicide!
Saw it earlier tonight at Lockdown. The victory by Homicide in the 4-way matchup over the Motor City Machine Guns and Brian Kendrick. It moved him into this match. He qualifies. He now one of 3 individuals who are competing for the X Division gold.
From Southern California,
I got to tell you, Mike, my view on this thing with Doug Williams, I know he's stuck, you know, due to travel issues and everything. I just don't think it's cool, man, that TNA stripped him of that X Division title. I really don't. That's just my view.
I'm sure probably Douglas Williams agrees with that when he found out that he was, well, losing the X Division title.
And the final participant from Whispering Pines, North Carolina, the Prince of Punk, Shannon Moore!
Shannon Moore's got the Book of Dillygaff right there. Dillygaff!
Book of Dillygaff, and a tremendous opportunity for the Prince of Punk. The man representing glam rock as well, Shannon Moore, as he, Kazarian, and the Homicide, well, this is their chance to take advantage of the travel issues, all resulting from that volcano in Iceland, preventing the travel from many parts of Europe. Douglas Williams not able to make it to St. Louis here in the U.S. As a result, TNA management takes the gold away, and it goes to the winner tonight.
Shannon Moore looks like he just got exploded out of a volcano. All sorts of paint on, a psycho mohawk, spikes, latex. I don't think you're honeymoon. Right now, Homicide now in a bad way. It looks like Kazarian, Shannon Moore saying, hey, you don't belong in this match, but you know what? Homicide does belong in it. He earned his way into this bad boy.
Let's watch it here. If Kazarian and Moore are going to continue to work together, the leg drops have Homicide sent reeling in the opening minute of this match. Going to try and escape and roll out to the apron, but no such luck.
Well, you know, if you are Shannon Moore,
oh man, oh God.
Just listen to that. You can just hear it.
Oh, the back of the head of Homicide.
God. It's like target practice.
He's just stuck as they roll him back out. First pin wins this and wins the match and the X Division title, but Shannon Moore says, no way, Kazarian, you're going to get the pin that easy.
And again, it's every man for himself, but obviously Shannon Moore and Kazarian have a game plan here. Plus, in my view, as a former wrestler, they didn't prepare for Homicide. You know, it's supposed to be Doug Williams in this match, and Homicide brings a completely different style than Doug Williams. It looks like Shannon wanted to get the win, and it was a matter of time before this happened.
work together for the opening minute of this match, but now the differences between these two, and you're right, it had to happen with every man working for himself in this bout and that X Division gold at stake. Quick reversal by Kazarian leads to a near fall.
Now looks like Shannon may be thinking a backslide. Kazarian, this counter.
How about that agility? Landing on his feet, but they left themselves wide open for the drop kick by Homicide, and the heads of Kazarian and Moore crash together.
If, you know, Homicide, if he can stay grounded and mentally stay okay, he's phenomenal. Just sometimes he's got such a bad temper and he just loses. The guy's whacked out of his mind. I know him a little bit. He's crazy, I'm telling you, man.
Leaves his feet to connect with the elbow. Attention turned to Kazarian. Snaps off the suplex and goes right back to the advantage that he has, and now raking the eyes of Kazarian, probably using that tape that's wrapped around his hand.
So one of these men will leave here tonight, will leave St. Louis the new X Division champion.
I can't wait to hear what Douglas Williams has to say about that.
Come on, Shannon!
Of course, Williams has been so anti-X Division, as we see. Well, Taz, that look familiar?
Yeah, that was a T-bone suplex or an explosive suplex.
Directly out of the Taz playbook, if you will.
Thank you. I did a few of those in the day, but
a little tribute to my broadcast partner by Homicide.
Well, he's a Brooklyn mate. You know, it's a Brooklyn thing. But right now, Homicide in control. Got to keep the pressure on right now. Shannon Moore, you got to be careful of him. You counter this or not.
Homicide connects with the first suplex. Going to go for a second, but Shannon Moore able to drop down over that
nice
counter, inverted atomic drop. Williams so anti-X Division in his remarks when it comes to the high-flying style. As we see Kazarian trying to come in and steal the pin.
New champ! Oh, that was close.
Now this is what the X Division is all about. The constant motion, the total non-stop action of the X Division, the psychology, the style of these competitors, so different than anything that you will see anywhere else in professional wrestling.
Oh my God,
wow. Oh, I heard it.
Back of his skull, Homicide skull, right into that heavy steel. And I think Homicide might be right for the pick, and he's about to get, looks like maybe a double superplex off the top rope.
All of a sudden, Kazarian and Moore decide it's to their advantage to work together. Homicide has different ideas with the headbutts for both of them. Come up on top.
This maybe he's going to go for like a double cutter.
Oh, did he ever? I'm not sure I've ever seen that move before.
I'm telling you.
Cutter off the top. Cover, pin, leg hook. Oh, turns over. Instead goes to Kazarian for a 2 count. Right back to Shannon Moore.
Homicide just opened up a can of whoop ass. I couldn't resist.
Yeah, I saw it. Got that momentum springing off the ropes. Clothesline misses. Kazarian going to try and roll him up.
He's got him. Well, watch more. Oh, look at this.
He's got an answer for him. Got both pins.
Oh, that was sick. Northern Lights suplex while he stacked up Homicide. Kazarian looking sharp as a tack.
Oh, the innovative offense that the No Limits X Division is known for is on display in this title match.
Kazarian just has a phenomenal skill set as a competitor. Keeps himself
able to sidestep the onrushing Moore.
What the hell happened there? We kind of missed it.
Yeah, maybe contact made in the corner. I'm just guessing that Kazarian got knocked off the ropes and went sliding down. Moonsault off the top. Leads to a cover. Here's 2. Whoa, that was close.
Look at Kazarian, Mike. He's got some bad intentions on his mind here.
Perched up on top. There's the missile drop. Kick. The pin. The cover. Homicide the save.
You could sense the urgency here. The constant near falls by all 3 competitors, all 3 X Division athletes. The opportunity to become the X Division champion is right here and now.
Jawbreaker by Homicide on Kazarian. Grabs Shannon Moore by the hair. Drives him into the corner. There goes Kazarian to the opposite side.
Oh, you can hear that.
But the ability of Homicide to come back after competing in the 4-way match earlier tonight, victorious there.
Well, it's definitely a tribute to Homicide's conditioning for sure. And we're going to see Kevin Nash actually do it again, too. He's going to compete twice and tag up with Hall against Team 3D. Uh-oh. Wait, look at Kazarian here and Shannon Moore.
Walking the tightrope up on top. They meet in the middle. Oh, and Kazarian got caught with the kick by Moore, who goes with that moonsault off the ropes to the pin. Here we go. Could be a new champion. No. Battle continues. The three-way match. First pin, first submission for the vacant X Division title.
And the TNA X Division title, the actual title belt is not here. It's with Doug Williams overseas. So whoever wins this match will not get the actual title belt tonight. Watch out! Oh my God!
What smart move! Oh, Shannon Moore! Face first into the cage, and then his back driven directly into the steel by Kazarian.
Well, that's the dangers of the confines of this steel weapon that's around these men. That's what lockdown brings. It'll bring the violence.
Taz, that's the strategy in this three-way. Take one of the elements out of the match so that you can turn your back on your opponent, so that you can concentrate on the one-on-one like Kazarian's doing now with Homicide.
I agree. It's definitely awesome. What the hell is Kazarian trying to do? And Homicide able to elbow his way out of that bad boy. Whatever Kazarian had him, what, got him hooked up like a hip toss. Oh, God, right on his shoulder. Yeah, you can see.
Bad landing, wasn't it?
I could tell right away.
Shannon Moore take advantage. Gets two. Oh, headbutt off the top by Homicide. Stops the pin attempt.
I've landed on my shoulder, not from that height, but I've landed on my shoulder, and I could tell the way Kazarian landed, and you can see he grabbed at it. That's a good way to pop out your AC joint in your shoulder.
I have to keep a close eye on Kazarian as this three-way X Division title match continues to see if it has any further negative implications or effect on the match as Homicide continues the onslaught in the corner. Big uppercuts and then shoots Shannon Moore directly off, but he got caught with the boots.
Oof! Played possum. Homicide played a little possum.
One step ahead of Shannon Moore. Homicide can feel it. Could be a new X Division champ if he hits the Gringo Killer.
Go for the Gringo. Oh. Kazarian stopped it.
Just shoved him out of the way.
Oh my God!
Dropped him right on his head. Hooks the legs. Gets the pin. Gets the win in the title.
Here is your winner and new TNA X Division champion, Kazarian!
Okay, that right there, that move, that was freaking sick, okay? Like a reverse inverted pile driver or something.
You gotta love the way that Kazarian was able to vary the offense coming up with that move as we go back and review this incredible X Division action.
Well, yeah, from the beginning of this match, I mean, both Shannon Moore and Kazarian worked as a unit to take out Homicide, who was the wild card in this match. But then it just fell apart and everybody went at it. Kazarian with that sick pile driver type maneuver is the new X Division champ. Congratulations to Kazarian.
There's the celebration post-match. Taz mentioned it earlier. Don't have the championship belt to give to Kazarian, but he's victorious. Kazarian gains the X Division gold as we go to Christy Hemme with the Pope.
Well, you just saw it. We crowned a brand new X Division champion, and earlier tonight, a brand new TNA Knockouts champion. But still to come, the TNA World Heavyweight Championship match featuring the Pope D'Angelo De Niro in his first title shot against the phenomenal AJ Styles in a steel cage. Now, you have faced AJ Styles before. Is tonight Pope's night?
Well, Chrissy, you must be a psychic because you're correct. If we look back over the course of the past couple of months, we know that Pope and AJ Styles have already faced off once before, and the end result was Pope pinning AJ Styles' shoulders to the mat. Now, I know tonight AJ is going to do everything in his power to hold on to that TNA heavyweight title, and you know what? He should. I mean, despite his last name being Styles, there's nothing stylish about AJ. Glass in his ears, that's not Styles. Highlights in his hair, that doesn't say Styles. Who do you think you're fooling, Arthur? Tonight, Pope's going to pimp slap him so hard, those highlights are going to be on the midnight train to Georgia before the match is even over. Pope, on the other hand, when Pope walks into a restaurant, late in the midnight hours, everyone standing at attention, lower the lights in the restaurant, and they put on their shades. You know why? Because they say, Pope, your future is so bright. AJ Styles, on the other hand, when he walks into the same restaurant, they stand up, but for different reasons, Chrissy. That's because they're thirsty, and they're going, boy, bring me drink. Now check this out, Chrissy. Here's the bottom line. Tonight is the biggest night, the most important moment in Pope's career and possibly his life. Everything that I've worked for, everything that I've ever achieved in this lifetime have led and pointed to this very moment. And I can assure you, Pope is blinging, but baby, if Pope can get the TNA World Heavyweight title around his waist, I think the world will have no doubt, no longer, because everybody will stand in unison and declare that Pope is pimping.
Ladies and gentlemen, TNA Knockdown continues with the following tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from New York City, Brother Ray, Brother Devon. They are Team 3D.
Taz, nobody knows. Brother Ray, Brother Devon, Team 3D like you do.
What's up, baby? Well, you just... Brother Ray almost just broke my hand with a high five. He gets a little amped up before his matches.
3D anticipating a match with Scott Hall and Six-Pac. Not going to be the case. It's Hall and Nash. I was going to ask you what they think. I guess we'll find out from Brother Ray.
Yeah, they'll tell you.
St. Louis, are you ready to get crazy?
That's an affirmative.
St. Louis, are you ready to get wild? Referee, don't touch that door. We're going to leave it open. These people didn't come here to see us wrestle. They came to see Team 3D fight. Band, check it out, because it gets better. Band, get your ass out here. Tonight, St. Louis street fight. Falls count anywhere in the whole building. 3D.
Their opponents represent the band, the team of Scott Hall and Big Sexy Kevin Nash.
Well, I guess we have our answer from Team 3D when it comes to facing Hall and Nash instead of Hall and Six-Pac. Brother Ray saying that we're going to open the cage door. It's St. Louis street fight time. It's no DQ.
Yeah.
It's anything goes. And yes, look out. Falls count anywhere. Here we go.
That's definitely a little wrinkle in the game plan, and here comes 3D. Right at Hall and Nash. Two legendary teams right now in a St. Louis street fight. I'm down with it.
All about turning them loose at lockdown. Cage door open. Here go Hall and Nash. And ever since we saw the reunion of Hall and Nash, as we see, oh, look out!
Oh, my God.
Brother Ray with a back body drop on Scott Hall right on the entrance ramp. There goes Nash into the steel guardrail, courtesy of Devon.
This is the realm of Team 3D. You are in their hood right now. They're all about falls count anywhere. They're all about street fight. Back in the original ECW days, we called this FTW rules, baby. That's what this reminds me of.
There goes Scott Hall over the guardrail, into the crowd. Kevin Nash is down. 3D has taken total control of this St. Louis street fight.
Team 3D will keep the pressure big time on Hall. Oh, and Nash. Ooh.
saw the band reunite. They have made their bad intentions clear when it comes to Team 3D. And this is the opportunity for Brother Ray and Brother Devon to get back on Hall and Nash, and it's exactly what we're witnessing with a crowd in St. Louis. Oh, God, bottom shot to the head.
Place is going crazy here. Bodies flying. This is insane.
It's the insanity that you can expect when it comes to a street fight involving Team 3D. How about that for some cross chops and a double sledge?
Again, this is right up the alley of Brother Ray and Brother Devon.
And they may take it to the alley.
Yeah, that could happen. Let's face it, Kevin Nash competed in a very physical battle earlier tonight with Eric Young and trying to do the right thing for his boy Scott Hall to compete with him.
Yeah, because if Nash doesn't come out here, Scott Hall would be in a one-on-two handicap match.
Well, Hulk Hogan, as you said, you got word. Basically told Hall, you better find a partner or that's that. Oh, you'll be in a handicap match against Team 3D.
Brother Devon's offense stopped by Hall, and then while Hall holds Brother Ray, Nash with the big boot.
Well, again, this isn't Hall and Nash's first rodeo, if you know what I'm saying. Well, even though Team 3D had everything in their favor right there, now it's like a 2-on-1 situation in the cage here. You don't have a camera on Brother Ray right to my right at the table here. He seems to be out like a light. Oh, speaking out like a light, Brother Devon might be out like a light.
That really is the key, because with Brother Ray down and out on the concrete, this enables Scott Hall and Kevin Nash to work their double team magic on Brother Devon as we are witnessing.
Yeah, see now Hall and Nash just picking apart. Look, Scott Hall just trying to out-muscle Brother Ray and keep him out. It's a good strategy.
Yeah, preventing Brother Ray from entering the cage.
Well, it's like Devon's like a trapped animal in there with a couple of wolves.
A frantic Brother Ray circles the ringside area, circling the steel cage, but Scott Hall's not letting that grip loose.
Brother Ray's kind of beside himself. He don't know what to do here.
Brother Devon getting the hell beat out of him.
Now Nash is...
Nash is, you're right, now Nash is the one that's holding the door.
Yeah, it's good strategy.
I was going to say, it's ingenious on the part of Hall and Nash.
Brother Ray's got himself a steel chair, but what's he going to do with it? Oh!
That'll loosen the grip of Kevin Nash.
It'll break a few fingers to it. That'll split your face open to boot.
Cage door swung with that incredible velocity into the face of Nash. And now here comes Brother Ray on the attack.
Oh!
Tell me what that's like, Taz.
I can't explain it. It will buckle your knees.
And make you say please.
Brother Ray's got some of the most devastating chops I've ever been a part of.
Hall scooped and slammed. Oof. Devon, big shot in the corner on Nash. Oh, they're rocking and rolling in St. Louis at lockdown in this St. Louis street fight.
Anything goes, falls can anywhere. There's a lot of things falling inside this cage.
3D with their own band reunion in the corner of Hall and Nash. Oh, turn Brother Ray loose.
Choo-choo! Oh! That's a big-ass caboose coming at you right there, buddy.
300-plus pounds of runaway train in the corner.
Hall and Nash not looking too good at all right now.
You know what's up?
We're about to find out.
Can Devon put it through the posts?
Oh, he's got a good ratio of field goals.
Yeah.
Yep, that's 3 points.
Still 100%. What's up off the top? Well, I guess if they insist,
That's pretty simple. Again, I kind of feel for Hall and Nash here. Let's face it. Like I said, Hall competed earlier.
Nash competing earlier.
I'm sorry, Nash competed. I got hit with the table.
So all of a sudden you're feeling sorry for Hall and Nash?
A little bit. Feel a little sorry for him. I'm not over here crying. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Crowd in St. Louis for this St. Louis street fight insists that the table comes into play.
I don't think Hall realizes what about to hit him here. It's a little free and a little D. I think you can count, Andrew. He's got him.
Here are your winners, Team 3D!
Right? Oh, yeah. You heard it from Taz. It's a little 3. It's a little D. And it leads to the 1, 2, 3 for Brother Ray and Brother Devon in the St. Louis street fight.
Well, two legendary tag teams in the history of this industry. Team 3D and Hall and Nash beating the holy high hell out of each other. At the end of the day, Team 3D gets the proverbial Duke with 3D through a table.
Team 3D makes their point at lockdown.
I think Brother Ray might be stuck in that. Get him a step ladder. All right, there you go.
St. Louis street fight as Team 3D takes care of the band.
Good stuff.
On deck and lockdown. Kurt Angle, Mr. Anderson.
Wait, what's he got there?
That's the medal that Kurt wears around his neck, and he, oh my God.
Oh, God. Kurt's bleeding bad. Mr. Anderson's just bringing the violence here.
Head first with the mic check, and gets 2 and gets 3.
You gotta call that an upset.
Are you kidding me? That's disrespectful.
We got people in this country that are dying for us overseas fighting. Got this tag from Soldier, and just gone through some difficult times. I was falsely arrested and gone through a divorce and everything like that. And I just came back from Iraq, and they made me a tag about a warrior. And you know, whenever I go out there, I think about what they do, you know, what they sacrifice. Not just their bodies and their lives, but their families. They inspire me.
I am not here to make friends. I am here to win championships and make a boatload of money. That's it, period, point blank. So, I went after one of the top dogs in the company. The only Olympic gold medalist in the history of this business. I went after him. And yeah, I spit on him, because that's just the kind of guy that I am.
Let me get this straight. I'm supposed to feel sorry because I spit on some medal.
You know, I see that little hunk of garbage around your neck as nothing more than a utensil to carve you up, man.
I think that Ken Anderson, what he did is going to end up being something he will regret.
That's the thing. Kurt is trying to make this about him and the military, and I disrespected the military. I disrespected Kurt Angle. I spit on him. His medal happened to be in the way. So what?
At stake tonight in the ladder match, the key that opens the cage door at lockdown. No! Whoa! The Warrior medal, it's wrapped around the neck of Kurt Angle, and he's just choking the life out of Kurt. That's the opportunity, and Mr. Anderson cashes in. The lockdown steel cage, when these two meet again, it's advantage Anderson.
I busted him open on more than one occasion with that little thing, and now I choked him out. When's he gonna realize not to bring the damn thing to the ring?
Mr. Anderson, you disrespected me. You disrespected our soldiers. And for that, I'm gonna make you pay.
Come lockdown, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I learned a long time ago that nice guys finish last. Well, guess what, Kurt? Thank God I'm gonna...
Mr. Anderson looks to survive the steel cage against the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the next match at Lockdown is the first man to walk out of the cage door. And as we know, Mr. Anderson had possession of the key, winning it on impact.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the key. My precious. From Green Bay, Wisconsin. Mr. Anderson.
I think Anderson should get a key for that microphone to his room.
That covers it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we have issues, grudges, differences in TNA. But Taz, to me, doesn't get any more personal than this situation that has been brewing for months between Mr. Anderson and Kurt Angle.
Oh, yeah, definitely a pressure cooker, to say the least. I think Kurt Angle wants nothing more than to get Anderson in this cage, trapped. But the key is, and I use that, there's a pun there, the key is to use that key to get out of this cage, and Anderson has the key, obviously, around his neck. He kissed that, too.
His opponent is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist. He is
I think you agree with me when Mr. Anderson spit in the face of Angle. It wasn't only Kurt that he was spitting in the face of, but he was sending a message, as he did with the Warrior Medal, to all of our U.S. military troops, and it was a message of total disrespect.
Well, I had the opportunity to have a conversation earlier today with Kurt Angle, and I'm telling you right now, he is prepared for this match. He is all business. He's definitely in the zone. It was a quick conversation, but I could tell through those ice-cold eyes of Kurt Angle that he's not playing games tonight. Well, it's locked up right there. See, it looks like I guess Anderson's gonna, I believe he has the key around his neck. You know, he's gonna wrestle this match with the key on his neck, I guess.
That looks to be the plan for Mr. Anderson. And yes, he has the key to escape the cage after defeating Kurt in the ladder match on Impact. And that is the stipulation for this particular match at Lockdown. Victorious when you walk out the cage door to win it.
Yeah, real simple deal here. And Kurt Angle, oh, wow, he's got his leg chopped out from underneath him. And look, not already, right? Look at Anderson.
Why not? There's the opening, but does he have Angle beat down sufficiently?
No, he doesn't.
There's our answer as Kurt is right back up to his feet. And not only prevents Anderson from opening the padlock and escaping the cage, but it put Angle in control for, well, a small amount of time. And look at this.
Yeah, well, that chain, not a huge chain, but that chain wrapped around. Wow, the fist of Mr. Anderson.
Very similar to what we saw with the Warrior medal that he's used on Kurt in the past as a weapon. Uses the chain, the key, the head, and going back for the padlock. Oh! When you turn your back and go for the padlock, you leave yourself wide open for a move like that.
Listen, man, you don't turn your back if you can. Help it, I should say, and a 13-time world champion and a world-class athlete to the level of an Olympic gold medalist like Kurt Angle. I want to keep an eye on him while you're trying to open up that lock there.
It's almost as if Angle and Anderson have two totally divergent ideas when it comes to this. That's did you see that?
Yeah.
That's the key is in the padlock, correct?
Well, yes, it is. And now there's the opportunity is there. Kurt, whatever he wants.
I think Kurt, does he realize that? I see him looking over at the padlock. I'm not certain he does.
Mike, unless he has a vision problem, I think he realizes he's looking right at it. You drinking before the show? No.
Oh, snap suplex by Angle. Talking about the differences between the two. The idea for Anderson, simply to escape the cage and win. As far as Kurt goes, he loves having the cage match against Anderson so that it confines him. It prevents Anderson from running. Smart move by Anderson, using the side of the cage as a weapon, elevating Kurt up, and he went shoulder first right into the steel.
Yeah, when you have neck issues to the level of Kurt Angle, surgically repaired neck, that being driven shoulder first. Oh, now Kurt, wow, oh my God, that's a little graphic right there.
It's the violence you can expect at Lockdown. When you put every match in the steel cage, this is bound to happen at some point, and Anderson senses that this is a weakness in Angle, and he drives repeated shots to the head.
Yeah, and I don't think Anderson, there's no sign in him slowing down. And this is where, you know, if you're Mr. Anderson, he's gonna bask in his glory. He's gonna eat this up. Definitely has no ego. He's got a huge ego, I should say.
Close-up camera shot showing not only the blood streaming out of the head of Kurt Angle, but also the bad-mouthing that Anderson was doing. And God, did you hear that?
Oh my God. That's just, oh man, you can't get much more graphic and violent than that.
Microphone on the ringside camera, picking up the sound as the head of Kurt Angle was being driven into the side of the steel cage.
Kurt's almost defenseless. Yeah, he is defenseless, I should say, and definitely Kurt's health is in jeopardy. And Anderson, well, Kurt tried to counter.
But Anderson had an answer for that. Didn't go face first into the boot and instead drops the elbow across the chest.
Kurt's skull is just wide open. Kurt's in a grave situation here.
Anderson snaps off the leg drop. Heads over to the cage door.
And now he wants to get up. Oh, wait. Kurt able to get up and stop him?
Cost himself again as Angle miraculously was back up to his feet. And while Anderson's attention was turned to the door, see if Kurt could turn it around. Did so momentarily, but then pays the price.
God. Good Lord. Kurt Angle's blood is all over Anderson's body on the canvas of the ring. Look at that. Good man. Jeez. It's a barbaric situation here. And Anderson, he's not done.
Waiting for Angle to get to his feet. Pounces on him immediately. Looks like a pile driver attempt that's instead countered and reversed into a back body drop.
I mean, Anderson's trying to dish out more punishment. He should have just got out of here. And it looks like Kurt's going to get out of the cage. Oof.
Angle with full speed and momentum of coming off the ropes. Drives the elbow into the back of Kurt, and I'm not sure, it sounded like Kurt again continued forward and went into the side of the cage again, as you see the key in the padlock.
Yeah, the chain popped off, obviously, of the key. The key is still in that lock.
It looked like Mr. Anderson's head was busted open as well, I think.
That could be.
Wow, maybe the top of his head. You can see the blood dripping down from the top of Anderson's head.
Angle's in Anderson's sights.
And he's not satisfied.
He's taking a long time here.
He's not satisfied with the middle rope.
You better be careful. See, that's what I'm saying.
Goes to the top. Let's see if it costs him.
Oh, yeah, it cost him, all right. Big time belly-to-belly suplex off the top rope. Kurt Angle. Can he capitalize?
Remember, not about pin or submission. It's about walking out the cage door to win it. And when you think about taking away the pin or submission element in this match, does it help Mr. Anderson? Because Kurt is not able to win by using the ankle lock.
Yeah, I definitely think it helps Mr. Anderson, but Mr. Anderson's so damn cocky. He had Kurt beaten up, bloodied, and battered. He could have got out of this cage and win this thing, but he wanted to beat up on Kurt more.
Anderson's got something in mind. The tape from around his wrist. He's unraveling it. Able to bite it off, and now got that tape that's wrapped right around the throat, and he's just choking the life out of Kurt Angle.
It's all legal right here. I mean, just like most of our matches tonight in this career-shortening steel cage, and the whole theme of this pay-per-view is violence, and that mouthpiece was just spit out by Kurt Angle because he couldn't breathe. Got the legs now grapevined around the body of Angle.
So he's not only cutting off the air around the
throat. Oh my God, look how tight it is. Look how tight it is.
He's also cutting off the air with the legs wrapped around the waist. The scissors hold.
Kurt's got to try and get a finger or something between that tape to stop him from getting choked out. And that tape that wrestlers wear on their wrists is extremely strong. It holds joints together, and he's choking him out.
Look at Kurt's face here. Look at the reactions. There's no reactions from Kurt.
Referee might want to think about stopping this match. And look at Angle. He's fighting through it. Damn, guys are
able to break that vice grip of the leg scissors. Gets up to a knee, and he's feeding off the crowd here in St. Louis.
There is no quit in Angle. Let's face it. The man is loaded with intestinal fortitude. His training is, look at that duck under to that back suplex. A quick underarm spin that was into that back suplex. Still using the basics of wrestling, his amateur style, but Kurt is in a bad way here.
It was a bad landing for Mr. Anderson off the suplex. But at the same time, how long is it going to take Kurt to regroup here and try and get his wind and try and get his air back?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, Kurt is just in tremendous condition from a cardiovascular standpoint, but the man was choked out in a bad way, and both men are trying to get to a vertical base.
Great crowd here in St. Louis at Lockdown, watching this incredibly physical and violent match between Mr. Anderson and Kurt Angle. Now with both men on their knees, they're battling in the middle of the ring. The exchange, and now both men up to the vertical base. Crowd reacting with each strike, and Kurt had the momentum coming off the ropes behind that right.
You see Kurt's face, his eyes, he about decapitated Anderson with that first clothesline. Was sickening.
Then the running clothesline. Angle follows by shooting him off and then elevating him up and over with the back body. Oh, is Anderson able to get the leg and the boots up as Kurt charged in? But Kurt answers with the released belly-to-belly overhead.
Kind of looked like Anderson got trapped there, got shot out of a cannon, and out of Kurt Angle's face, his eyes. Angle slam, oh, nice counter.
Float over by Anderson, avoids the Angle slam, and then he rolls through with the momentum in the headbutt. Went for the pin, it was just that natural reaction.
It's just instinctually, you go for a pin cover after you hit one of your big moves. Then Anderson, he didn't, wait.
Mic check time. Mic check time. Well scouted by Angle. Series of elbows stops the attempt.
Whoa!
No stopping that suplex. Caught him with one German. Grip's still there for the Olympic gold medalist.
And we've talked about that tight grip, the amazing finger and hand and wrist strength that Kurt Angle has from all those years as an amateur wrestler. And watch how Kurt pops his hips and lowers his level on that third back suplex, that German suplex.
Kurt still there with the grip after 3. Not satisfied with the hat trick.
Look at that. Beautiful picture, perfect throw right there.
And as you can see, with the impact of each suplex, the life is being taken out of Mr. Anderson.
And what Kurt's doing, Kurt's getting his conditioning back. He's getting his breath back with that sick grip as he's got that reverse gut wrench on. Anderson, he's actually regrouping, Mike. I'm telling you, I've been in the ring with the man. I know it.
Just Kurt being able to reel off this series of German suplexes after having the life choked out of him minutes ago by Mr. Anderson is simply amazing. And we're at 5 and he's still got the grip, Taz.
Well, we might go to 20 innings on these suplexes. I'll tell you what, Anderson, we're laughing, but he's not. See, Anderson's trying to break the grip, but to no avail. You're going again, buddy.
The 6-pack is the exclamation point. Has Anderson been weakened sufficiently?
I think so.
For Kurt to open the cage door.
Kurt's out. Kurt's going to win this thing. He can leave anytime he wants.
Kurt looks at the padlock, looks at the key, looks at the cage door.
What is he doing? He could have left.
But instead, he pulls down the straps. And there's the ankle lock. You can't win the match this way, but, well, maybe you can, Taz. Because if you wear down Anderson sufficiently with the ankle lock, he's not going to be able to stop Kurt from going out the door. Oh, free leg by Anderson.
Well, that was good because there were signs that, that Kurt was going to try to.
Watch out, watch out. Oh! God, he hit with a mic check out of nowhere.
Out of desperation, but it worked. Good timing right there for Mr. Anderson. Excellent counter.
An amazing recovery by Anderson.
He's not up yet, but he's about to leave, it looks like.
The padlock has been opened.
Look at Kurt, though.
He opens the door, but Kurt's right behind him.
Explosive angle slam. Door's wide open. What the? What's Kurt doing here? He could have just left and won this thing.
Judging by the reactions of Kurt Angle, he's not satisfied with the beatdown on Mr. Anderson to this point in the match. And now,
well, it looks like Kurt Angle is trapping Anderson in this ring.
Kurt's got the key. Look at that. Kurt throws the key into the crowd here in St. Louis. Now there's no escape.
Oh, man. Anderson's trapped here like an animal.
The look on the face of Anderson tells the entire story.
Well, to steal a line from a very good friend of mine, it's a good thing that Anderson's wearing black tights.
What a visual that is. The shot over the shoulder of Anderson as we see the close-up look at the face of Kurt Angle.
Anderson's just trying to get out of here. And I don't blame him. Oof. Look at Anderson. Hey. I don't think he was trying to get into a fight with Kurt. I think he was just trying to slow Kurt down so he could climb out.
Anderson looking to escape. You can't win the match that way, but he just wants to avoid more of a beating from Kurt. But shot after shot to the head of Angle.
And that open wound that Kurt has. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Look out.
You're going to kill him, Kurt. Don't do it.
Look out, Kurt. Anderson with the elbows right into the face, but Angle won't give up the grip.
Well, oh, no. He knocked the snot out of him. Look at his face.
Couldn't describe it better. one again, guys. Please, in the truck, cue up the replay. Here it is.
That's off the top of the middle rope. A German suplex. Let me tell you, I've done a few suplexes in my day. I've never done nothing like that or foot of anything like that. That was sick. Kurt, I think you did the damage, man. Get out of the cage and win the match. Got some barbaric fans here in St. Louis. This is awesome, though.
I think they've just about had it with Mr. Anderson, too. And all of the disrespect that he's had to Kurt and our military troops.
Now what? Well, Kurt Angle has a moonsault in his arsenal. I don't think he really needs to do it, but I think he's got...
Kurt.
Oh, no, Kurt.
Kurt, come on, Kurt.
Oh, my God. Okay. I never seen nothing like that in my life. That's all I'm gonna tell you. That's the most amazing moonsault. Look at this.
Watch this, Taz.
Good God. I'll tell you now, this is not an overstatement.
Oh my God, what a shot that is.
That is just, that's insane, man.
Spectacular shot, guys in the truck.
That was insane.
Kurt Angle, one of the most insane moves in the history of TNA. Hell, in the history of professional wrestling.
Kurt's got, I guess there was another key. Kurt's gonna walk out anytime he wants. That was insane.
Escape the cage door. Anderson with the double bird for Kurt Angle.
Oh no. Oh my God, what is Anderson out of his mind? Oh!
Did he catch him? Oh, look out! What's the motion?
Oh!
God! Kurt had the chance to go out the door. I mean, you can understand with Anderson's reactions.
Well, listen,
Kurt would want to go back, but
let's look. Hey, look. Bottom line, in my opinion, Anderson, he played a mental game here, and if he's able to walk out of this cage, he won that mental game.
You're right, Taz. Anderson crawling. His body right at the cage door.
Kurt's trying to get over there. Kurt's trying to get him. Kurt's going to get his
ankle. Does he have him?
He's got the ankle back. Oh, God.
Ankle lock applied. And now he's going to drag him back out to the middle.
And if Kurt gets those legs in, Kurt will snap Anderson's ankle off. I'm telling you. It don't matter. Look at the ref saying you can tap all night, bro.
And tap, and tap, and tap. Slick Johnson reminds Anderson, you win by going out the door. How about the momentum of Anderson rolling through? And Kurt goes into the cage.
Both these men, whenever this thing is over, will never be the same. I'm telling you. Mr. Anderson can't even stand up, Mike. He's trying to just sliver out, slime out of here.
Like a snake. And boy, is that appropriate. Anderson under the bottom rope.
Look at Kurt.
Getting Kurt.
What the hell is that?
What's Kurt? Kurt's got something wrapped around his neck.
It might be the chain, maybe that popped off the key. Kind of poetic justice, Mike, what we saw in that ladder match when Kurt was trying to climb to the top to get the key for this match, and Anderson was choking Kurt out with the chain for the key, and
as well as what we saw earlier with Mr. Anderson choking him.
Oh, so looks like the Warrior Medal, Mike.
It is. How appropriate is that also? That he uses the Warrior Medal. Oh! And that is the payback that Kurt Angle's been waiting for. To spit in the face of Mr. Anderson. And then there's the exclamation point.
Here's the winner!
I really don't think you can get any match that's more graphic and physical than what we just witnessed. Both these men beating the holy crap out of each other out here. Kurt Angle proved why he's on a completely different level than everybody else in the world of this industry. Look at that.
Look at that. That sick attempt. The moonsault off the top of the cage by Kurt Angle. You called it graphic. It was certainly physical. It was brutal, but you know what it was for Kurt Angle? Satisfaction.
Well, big-time redemption.
First of all, I want to say how great you fans are here in St. Louis. God bless you. If you didn't already know, I'm going to step back, take a little time off, kind of regroup. I'm going to miss you guys while I'm gone. But when I come back, I only have one goal in mind, and that's winning the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, it's real! It's damn real!
Kurt Angle says his dedication is towards regaining the TNA World Heavyweight title. You know what's up next? It's that World Heavyweight title showdown, AJ Styles and the Pope.
On February 14th, the Pope, D'Angelo Dinero, defeated 3 men in one night to become the #1 contender for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
He did it! For the Pope, D'Angelo Dinero. Tonight was truly a case of winning when it was against all odds. My God, he did it!
When Pope went in there with his back up against the wall, so to speak, and I'm talking about going against 3 of the absolute best that this business has to offer. Pope got the job done.
Pope stands right here tonight as the #1 contender to the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
For Pope to become the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, what will that mean? Well, Daddy, what that does is that solidifies what Pope has said from the moment that he has arrived here in TNA, that he is, without a shadow of a doubt, not just the best, but the absolute best. When you are the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, you are the best that this business has to offer.
Hope you came out here to my home, the house that AJ Styles built, and tried to make it your temple.
With the addition of the Nature Boy Ric Flair as his mentor, it appears that AJ Styles and his confidence are flying higher than ever before.
He's the greatest wrestling machine I've ever seen. He's custom made. He is the TNA World's Heavyweight Champion, which makes him the greatest athlete alive.
The only thing I think I've been able to impress upon AJ is we don't take any victims. You know, we don't take anybody home. We go out to get what we have to get. We win at any cost.
Since becoming the #1 contender, the Pope has had his problems dealing with the underhanded schemes of the phenomenal AJ Styles and the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, my mentor, how has he changed my wrestling game? Let's just say there are ways of getting around or even bending the rules without breaking them, as long as you don't get caught.
You can talk about being influenced by the dirtiest player in the game, but I have to admit, I never thought that we would see this from AJ Styles, Ric Flair or not.
No matter what type of piece of crap that you have just inherited, you can dress it up, you can put shades on it. At the end of the day, he's still a piece of crap. I'm going to remind AJ of the Pope that beat him and let him know that he's going to face a new Pope, a Pope that's on fire.
Lockdown is going to be Pope's defining moment in his career and possibly his life. Because come lockdown, AJ Styles is put up or shut up. After lockdown, Pope's going to be pimping and riding, talking and jiving. You will know that Pope is indeed pimping.
It ends at lockdown between you and I, where I embarrass you and basically just beat the ever-living piss out of you. And there are two things you can do about it. Nothing and like it.
The TNA World Championship is on the line as the phenomenal AJ Styles defends against the Pope D'Angelo Dinero.
Here we go, guys. Up next, time to determine who leaves St. Louis, Missouri as World Heavyweight Champion. Continued success for Styles or the first reign for the Pope?
Well, if you take a look right here, I mean, bottom line to me is both these men similar in stature, both wrestlers in excellent condition. Champion might have a slight quickness advantage, but the challenger, a little bit more of a heavy hitter.
You'll recall it was back in February, against all odds. D'Angelo Dinero victory, 8-card stud tournament, earns him the chance to challenge tonight at Lockdown. The Pope's offense, not what AJ's used to facing. Could it provide the difference in this showdown for the prestige and power that goes with the world title? Will the steel cage be enough to both keep AJ Styles inside while preventing outside interference from Ric Flair? If that's the case, if so, we could be crowning a new world heavyweight champion tonight, St. Louis, Missouri at Lockdown.
Well, it's an awesome opportunity for our challenger right here, Mike. Many feel this is the Pope's time. It could be. Pope has earned this #1 contender opportunity in fighting fashion, man. And I think he's going to bring it to the champ tonight. As the money drops.
Biggest match of his entire wrestling career awaits the Pope D'Angelo Dinero. It's the match that he earned, the 3 victories in one night. Back in the month of February and against all odds, it not only earned him the victory in the 8-card stud tournament, but it propels him to the World Heavyweight title match that he gets tonight in just minutes.
Well, Mike, since the rebirth of AJ's awesome career, due to legendary Ric Flair injecting a new swagger in the championship position, I'm telling you, AJ, hey, he has no confidence problem now. Combined with his insane athletic ability, how do you beat this man? How do you take the title from this guy? Speaking of the Nash.
Dirtiest player in the game. Nature Boy Ric Flair, right alongside his man, the man that he is mentoring, the phenomenal AJ Styles, TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt, and he's about to put it on the line.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
When the referee Earl Hebner on the entrance ramp is cutting off. Look at the shoving match between Hebner and Flair.
Flair never wins those. Wow.
Earl Hebner insisting that Ric Flair go to the back for this match.
Earl better be careful.
Flair better be careful too.
Earl ain't playing.
sent to the back, and AJ Styles has gone up the ramp.
He's done nothing wrong. No, it's you. And Pope, please. I just got chucked out of here.
I think our camera might pick that up. Earl Hebner was saying, AJ, it's you and the Pope, and we're sending Flair to the back.
Piss me off now. I'm going to take you out for it.
We're going to send it inside the steel cage to Jeremy Borash. Here's your official introductions. Take it, JB.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the world. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA senior official, Mr. Earl Hebner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from St. Louis, Missouri, it's time for your TNA Heavyweight Championship bout of the evening. First of all, introducing, standing in the corner to my right. He weighed in this morning at 230 pounds and comes to us from Harlem, New York. He is the #1 contender for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the world, the most pimptacular, hand-clapping, foot-tapping, pip-slapping, blinging attire, always on fire, Pope D'Angelo Dinero. And now, introducing, standing in the corner to my left. He weighed in this morning at 215 pounds and comes to us from Gainesville, Georgia. He is the current, reigning, and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the world, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
That's what it's about right there, baby. If you don't want that, you don't belong on this roster.
Presentation of the championship belt, the TNA World Heavyweight title. Held aloft by referee Earl Hebner, who's played an important part in this match already by sending the Nature Boy Ric Flair to the back. To me, this is advantage Pope. He's got the TNA champ without Flair, and if you think about it, this is the first time in months that Styles hasn't had Flair by his side, and he's locked in the cage with the Pope D'Angelo Dinero.
I understand that, Mike. I might have a little bit of a different opinion about that. Let's face it, when AJ Styles has had some success without anybody in this corner, hasn't he?
No question.
Okay, so you know, let's not sell the champion short here. He's a champ for a reason. He's a stud. He's a thoroughbred. Is that man right there, AJ Styles?
But at the same time, over the course of the past several months, ever since Flair aligned himself with AJ, AJ has become more reliant on using things like that interference from Ric Flair.
Well, no, I agree with that, definitely. That 12th man is not there for AJ. I definitely agree with that, but I'm just saying that AJ Styles, he's a get-it-done type guy, hence why he's the top dog in this company.
We know he has the ability to compete with the Pope D'Angelo Dinero. I'd never question that task. But now this is AJ's opportunity to prove it to the Pope, to prove it to all of us, to prove it to the TNA fans.
I think if anybody's got to prove anything, it's the challenger right now, that he can prove that he can beat the champion. And this might be the night to do it for the Pope. Right there, that little thing right there, smart. Pope not rushing into nothing. Didn't get frustrated, didn't let AJ get in ahead of himself there. Nice drop step into a go behind by the Pope. See AJ getting some wrist control right there.
And then bars the arm, stakes the arm out. takes Pope by the head, and he went to ram him in the side of the cage. But the Pope was able to block the move. Answer with an arm drag and then the drop toe hold. Side roll, side roll.
This is awesome, man. Our audience had a split.
Do you hear the reaction from this incredible crowd in St. Louis, Missouri? Yeah, AJ, you're phenomenal, but the Pope, you're pimping. Elbow shot missed. High hip toss takeover by the challenger.
Big fight feel right now, baby.
No kid, you can feel the tension in the air.
Nice arm
The
drag.
slam, it's the drag, it's the series of arm drags, and AJ puts on the brakes and kicks it in reverse.
Pope was going to bring one of those elbows on top of the head. Kind of has that old school, kind of like the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, if you will, with those elbows.
We're going to see if the Pope can do it in public as they lock it up.
I just got that. It was funny.
Quick turnaround in the corner by Styles. The champ's got him set up. Yeah. There's a little message, a little shout out to the Nature Boy.
I got to say, since AJ's been with Flair, those chops are getting a little louder. But watch the Pope get some quick hands. Oh.
Series of strikes in the corner by the Pope. Forearms, punches. And the corner mount as he starts to reel off a couple of shots. AJ's got another thing in mind. AJ went for the inverted atomic drop and didn't have success.
Yeah, no, I don't think he was able to. I don't think AJ was able to bring that knee where he wanted to bring it in the atomic area. Basic side headlock right there by the champion. Oh!
Shoulder block takes him down.
Simple. I'm better than you. You heard the champion. Bam!
Wow, forearm shot.
There's those elbows.
Well, you talked about it. 3 elbows, miniature version of flip-flop and fly.
Yeah. Oh, nice overhook right there by the Pope. TNA audience here. These TNA fans are going nuts.
You gotta love the way that they're into this match. Oh, AJ sidestepped him. He sidestepped him, then he flung him right into the side of the steel.
All of the Pope's momentum. Face first, shoulder area. First also into the metal, the steel of this vile structure.
So many of the competitors tonight opened up by the steel cage. Taz just talking about how you can use that as a weapon against your opponent, and we've seen it from the very outset tonight at Lockdown. Series of shots by the Pope. AJ able to float over, then drop down, then extend the legs with a drop kick. It was, I got to admit, picture perfect.
Good God. You will not see a drop kick executed any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. A basic fundamental move. Hence why AJ is the champion. Why he makes more money than everybody else. When you're the champion, you make more money. If you're not in this to make more money, you don't belong here. That's why you want the championship. Am I wrong?
Couldn't agree with you more. That's why they call it professional wrestling. There's that payday that goes with the victories, and you're right. AJ on the top of the heap is the world heavyweight champ. Attempt here to neutralize the Pope, but De Niro gets back up to his feet.
Well, we've known this. I mean, it's, we've seen the Pope, the resiliency, the never say die attitude. With the strength of AJ, kind of lost him a little. Got him.
Oh, God. Jeez. And then he insisted on taking him overhead, and the Pope crashes down his shoulder. Yeah. And you can see him favoring the shoulder immediately as he dropped down, and the shoulder went right into the canvas.
Ain't nothing pretty about what AJ just did. AJ had something in mind. Pope was trying to stop it. And AJ just muscled Pope over, shutting the Pope down, man. Now attacking the knee of the Pope.
Got to agree with you. As I watch this match unfold, I see the direction and the focus of AJ's offense. And it's to work over the leg of the Pope. And Taz, if you go back over the course of the past couple of months, pretty much coming out of Against All Odds and the victory in the 8-card stud tournament. The strategy, the game plan of Styles and Flair. Remember, it was to injure the Pope.
Well,
the Pope was on the sidelines for several weeks back in February and March, and coming into this match, I'm sure he was able to regain that power and strength in his legs. But AJ back to it, trying to work on the knee, but the Pope comes back.
Well, I get your point, and it's smart because, you know, it's smart by AJ because you never know. I mean, especially with a knee or a lower leg injury, it takes a long time to heal. So, you know, I mean, you zone after it. You know the guy's coming off of, you know, rehabbing that thing. Go after it. Now what? Watch out, Pope.
AJ springs back, probably going to go for that inverted DDT. Pope, well scouted, saw it coming, drives AJ into the side of the cage. Oh, there's a DDT. Drilled him right on top of his head, but the Pope favoring his shoulder.
I mean, real, how physical have all these matches been from start to right now on this show tonight? We've seen a lot of people lose some blood here on that canvas due to this structure of the steel weapon, the steel cage, and just the physicality. The smash mouth style that all TNA superstars, our wrestlers, and our knockouts are bringing. Pretty heavy duty tonight, baby.
Styles swing and a miss. See if the Pope can take over. 3-4 shots. Fight through the pain, D'Angelo.
Double axes right there, right across the sternum. Those double axe handle shots. Look at that.
AJ twisting in midair on the back body drop.
Well, Pope had to do that back drop a little different than a basic back drop because Pope's shoulder's hurting. You can see he keeps grabbing at it.
Goes airborne, leaves his feet. That time to connect, but go. Again, you can see his actions and his reactions as that shoulder's giving him trouble.
Oh, that backhand. That was the shoulder deal on Pope was from that awkward maneuver that AJ pulled off. Oh, nice power slam catching AJ.
Watch this.
AJ went for a leapfrog. A lot of power exhibited by the Pope to power slam the man while he's in midair.
TNA World Heavyweight Championship is at stake in this lockdown matchup. The challenger, the Pope D'Angelo Dinero, rammed into the corner, shoulder first by the champ as AJ Styles goes with the shoulder block offense.
Wow. Talk about dirtiest players in the game. Learned something from the Nash right there. Little thumb in the eye action.
AJ quickly to the top. Here he goes. Flying forearm was deadly. Here's two.
Well, that's classic AJ Styles right there. That high impact flying forearm. But not able to get the victory on the challenger.
Almost as if AJ can sense that he's weakened the Pope to the point here where he can reel off some kind of offense. He positions him, sets him up in the corner.
Well, Pope now countering with a couple of headbutts. It's a good way to slow somebody down. Pope going back to the street. A little Harlem-style headbutt.
AJ down. Pope perched up on top.
Still grabbing at that shoulder.
Diving headbutt off the top.
The old Nestle plunge type deal right there.
Pope drapes the arm. Gets two, no, just two.
Pope, man, I'll tell you, he could have a separated shoulder or something, and it's tough. It's tough to wrestle with that. I've had it. I've had it during a match, and it goes away for a second of pain, and it just shoots right back down your arm and up your neck.
Going to try and fight through that pain in his shoulder by taking Styles up. Oh, and AJ out of nowhere.
Oh, my God, and that Pele hit its mark. He's got him.
Here's two. That's digging down deep on the part of the challenger.
That Pele came out of nowhere. And again, that's the athletic ability of our cocksure champion, AJ Styles.
Champ has taken control. Backbreaker across the knee as he drops the Pope dead center in the middle of the ring. AJ surveys the situation. Decides that he's going to go high risk.
Oh, and AJ can so look at this. Look at that.
450 in the splash. Here we go. Here's two. Wow.
See a little frustration in the eyes right there of AJ. Can't blame him. Just see with ease AJ just pulled off that 450. It's like he did a snapmare or something basic.
And you can't believe that he didn't get the 3 count and retain the title.
Nothing against snap man, by the way. I'm just trying to make a point.
AJ hit. Wait a minute. AJ heads to the corner and then goes all the way, my God, up to the top of the steel cage.
Oh my God, look at how high up AJ is.
Cross body block off the top.
Pump's got him. New champ. New champ.
2.
Oh my, just see how high.
Can't get any closer than that to having a new world heavyweight champion.
AJ had a...
Watch his elbow knees.
He had to break his ribs on that.
Could do it. This could do it.
Got him.
Count 1. Count 2.
Got him both. Oh my God.
Oh, we saw the frustration earlier from AJ Styles, and now you can just feel that frustration setting in for the Pope.
How the hell is AJ even moving? He had to break a rib or something. AJ's not looking too good right now. The challenger is in a prime spot right now.
Looks like he might be going for the DDE here.
He's got AJ lined up.
Oh, that's what he went for in the corner, but AJ avoided the contact in the corner.
What?
AJ, he's out the camera. That hole for the camera.
It's like a pen, right? A pen.
It looks like he took a pen away from the cameraman.
Earl Hebner, our referee, Earl saw it. I don't think he, Oh my God!
God, he just stabbed.
What the hell is wrong?
He just took the pen and he stabbed him right in the eye.
Out of desperation. Oh!
And the Pope turns right in to the discus clothesline from Styles. Could this be the Styles clash?
Oh!
He hits it. He rolls him over.
Here's your winner, and still TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
What an amazing matchup for the TNA World Heavyweight title, but I gotta tell you, purely out of desperation, our champion, by any means necessary, he was hell-bent on hanging on to his championship. I gotta tell you, Mike, I kind of agree with it. I'm sure you don't. Referee never saw it, but he just jammed the pen in the man's eye.
AJ Styles realized that the Pope was out wrestling him. Dirtiest player influence. Forced to take the shortcut. Wait a minute, something's going on in the back.
What?
Oh, there he is. Eric, it's a little late for you to begin here today, isn't it? Anything? Taz, mic back to you.
Well, Taz, we talked about this situation earlier involving Eric Bischoff, how he was not here today at Lockdown, and we just saw the arrival of Eric Bischoff. I've got to ask, where has Eric Bischoff been? What's he been up to? And where's his head at?
I don't know, but I mean, you know, look, listen, Hulk Hogan, in my opinion, he's really got to be careful here. Eric can't be trusted. I mean, I'm telling you, look, Eric Bischoff, he's used to being the boss. Right now, he's a boss. It's a big difference. And one of those other A bosses is Hulk Hogan. You know, so I don't know. If I'm Hulk, I'd watch my back, because Eric can be a little slimy, man. He's got to watch himself.
You ready for lethal lockdown?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a lethal lockdown match. The rules of the match are as followed. The first members of each team battle for 5 minutes. Then wrestlers from Team Hogan alternately enter with members from Team Flair every 2 minutes. Pinfalls and submissions cannot occur until all wrestlers have entered the match. Now, introducing the first 2 participants. Representing Team Hogan, he is their captain, standing 6 feet 8 inches tall. He weighs 350 pounds. He is the monster, Hogan!
Interesting, I think, that the captain, the Monster Abyss, the captain of Team Hogan, coming to the ring as the first individual in this match, Taz. You've got to question the condition that he's in, what we witnessed with Desmond Wolfe, the shot with the fire extinguisher. When that wasn't enough, he practically ran over Abyss with the car outside the impact zone. Guess we're going to find out the condition of the monster tonight. Lead the lockdown. Here we go.
The first representative from Team Flair is from Wall Street in Manhattan, New York, Robert Roode.
Well, I don't quite understand. I mean, look, Abyss is the team captain of Team Hogan and opted to put himself out here first. I mean, I kind of question that, Mike. I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, from a size and speed and conditioning standpoint, because Abyss is so massive, I don't know why he put himself in that position.
Got to touch on it once again. You recall that interview earlier tonight, Christy Hemme and Hulk Hogan. The fact that Team Flair has had the number of Team Hogan, especially over the course of the past several weeks. And Hulk Hogan told Christy Hemme and the world that if Team Flair walks away with this match tonight, if they continue their dominance, then it's time for Hulk Hogan to walk away from TNA as well.
It's just completely insane if that happens. And by the way, on the side, you see how Abyss is holding his hip. We're getting word that Abyss suffered a hairline fracture, which he's lucky that's all it was. And he got clipped by a car on impact, so gotta wonder about that too, as far as seeing right there, the lower body of Abyss.
And that leads to you questioning why Abyss would come out first representing Team Hogan. But if you think about it, well, the other members of Team Hogan have been physically taken down by Team Flair.
But Abyss got hit by a car. He's been taken down also. You know what I'm saying?
No, have to agree. Guessing here that it's the mindset of the captain. Abyss, and of course the power that he feeds off ever since he was given the Hall of Fame ring by Hulk Hogan. Been a completely different individual here in TNA.
Well, it's more of a mindset, more confidence in the side of Abyss, and he's dangerous. He's massive. He's twisted is Abyss. Let's also add Demented, where Robert Roode is just giving up a lot of size here, but Roode, very capable, phenomenal, wrestler himself. So we'll see what unfolds here.
Remember, these two competitors that start off Lethal Lockdown, they're going to go for 5 minutes, and then we're going to have the alternate entrances every 2 minutes as a result of the victory earlier tonight by Rob Van Dam over the Cowboy James Storm. Team Hogan is going to have the man advantage. 2-on-1, 3-on-2, 4-on-3.
What? Yeah, Robert Roode in midair. Oh, God, because that's just huge height. A basic backdrop. It's almost like falling off the top of a building. Not that bad, but it's high up. That's my point.
6'8", 350 pounds of Abyss as he tries to take Roode and power him into the side of the cage, but Roode is able to stop just before he goes into the steel.
Those massive mitts, those gigantic hands of Abyss, able to power out and stop himself getting driven into the steel cage. I've never seen a guy get his eyes raked with a mask on, but I guess you could fit your fingers in the eye
hole. Sure.
You ever wear a mask, Mike? Well, I'll tell you what, Roode might be wearing a crimson mask here shortly. If he is bleeding, I don't know if it's happened, but he went face first into that steel, did Roode nasty.
Yeah, you got a 300-pounder with all of his power and strength driving into the side of the cage. That's what happens.
You pointed it out earlier, Mike. The steel cage is a weapon. And it's as vicious and violent as it sounds, you have to use it to your advantage here.
It's part of the match. It's a reason that this is no disqualification, that this is anything goes. Here comes a 350-pound freight train into the corner.
Roode with the quickness.
snaps the neck of Abyss as he comes springing off the middle rope.
Tremendous execution of every move that Robert Roode does. Tremendous upside, in my opinion, of Robert Roode. Fine competitor.
And Roode gets right on Abyss.
1 minute remains in the initial time period.
So we're 4 minutes in to this opening 5-minute time period. We're going to alternate entrances then every 2 minutes after this.
We talked about Roode, you talked about Beer Money, and you mentioned Eric Bischoff. How about the bidding that we've seen Beer Money do for Eric Bischoff in the past several weeks on Impact?
Yeah, what an interesting part of that story between Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan in terms of the differences. The fact that Beer Money was doing the bidding for Bischoff, and then Beer Money ends up on, of all things, Team Flair.
Right now, the captain of Team Hogan has got Robert Roode's lovely patent leather boot getting driven into his esophagus.
About 10 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Countdown
6,
here in anticipation.
5,
must have a clock
4,
in your head.
Who's
3,
coming out next?
2, 1. The next member of Team Hogan, Rob Van Dam.
Well, Rob Van Dam competed at the top of the show here, Lockdown, and
you can see he's sporting the battle scars of that first match victory over James Storm. It certainly was an important win because it's going to set the tone for this match as it gives the numbers advantages to Team Hogan.
Oh. Yeah, not quite sure if Van Dam got a stitch or two in his forehead, but Van Dam continuing what he started early tonight, except this time it's the other half of Beer Money that he's beating on.
Fortuitous on the part of Roode that he beat down Abyss to the point that it's just RVD that he's got to deal with now because the monster is down, but RVD doing pretty well even without the help of his partner.
Yeah, Van Dam will bring those unorthodox kicks. Van Dam has tremendous flexibility in his lower body, his legs. He's able to just peel off some vicious, vicious kicks. Look at this, rolling into a monkey flip, I bet. Yeah.
Wow. Able to shoot Roode out of the corner, all the way across the ring.
Well, Mr. Pay-Per-View hitting a little rolling thunder on Robert Roode, and it hits the spot. Looks like that wound that looked like it maybe opened up. It looks like on the right side of Van Dam's face, like some of the blood maybe is trickling down, or a little help, Mike? What do you think?
I think that's the case. Remember, we do not determine a winner in this match.
Yep, there it is.
Until all of the competitors are inside the ring. The top of the cage is going to lower. Yes, the weapons are attached to that.
Well, who's next here?
Only from that point going forward can we have a winner.
Who is next from Team Flair? Looks like Desmond Wolf's about to enter the deal here.
The next member of Team Flair, accompanied by Chelsea, Desmond Wolf.
Desmond Wolf has got the lovely Chelsea next to him. Wolf has got a power walk.
Did you see that low blow?
Yeah.
You see the low blow by Roode on the base?
How could you miss it? It was nasty.
Well, I think it's interesting to see the order that the competitors have come out. The captain of Team Hogan Abyss first to come out. The captain of Team Flair. The captain of Team Flair Sting yet to make an appearance as RVD goes right directly into the side of the cage again.
Again, this was Abyss, his option to come out here first, and he's still out there, obviously, and still swinging and banging. But a moment ago, Wolf just drove Van Dam's skull into the steel defense, and that open wound looks nasty in Van Dam's head.
And with RVD in trouble, Roode and Wolf were working together momentarily on Abyss. Now Roode heads over to continue the beatdown on RVD. We're in that 2-on-2 situation. We're anticipating who's going to be coming out next for Team Hogan.
30 seconds remaining in this period.
Well, that's the thing. Wolf and Roode got to keep the pressure on Abyss and Van Dam. Because then it'll be a 3-on-2 situation if you're part of Team Flair. Oh, nice double elbow. Definitely hit the spot.
15 seconds.
There goes Abyss. Oh! He goes into the cage. As Rude and Wolf have certainly given Team Flair the edge, but who's next?
Now who?
The next member of Team Hogan, Jeff Jarrett.
And Taz, you talked about how interesting it was that Beer Money Incorporated ended up on Team Flair. How about the TNA founder, Jeff Jarrett? The alignment with Team Hogan, that just coming after all the issues, the differences that Jarrett had with Eric Bischoff.
Well, yeah, I know. And right now, Jeff Jarrett is hitting anything that moves as long as it's not a member of Team Hogan.
We said it from the outset. After RVD won the first match, we told you that the pace and the tone of the Lethal Lockdown match would be in favor of Team Hogan because they have the numbers edge, and here you're seeing it.
Oh, absolutely. It's playing an effect in a big way here, Mike, to your point. The man advantage that Team Hogan possesses. Watch this. Jeff Jarrett taking both Wolf and Rude out. A little help from our steel cage.
Jarrett on absolute fire from the second that he entered the cage.
Oof! He went for
until then.
Caught a powerbomb and
watch the catapult. Jarrett sent into the side of the cage by Rude.
Team Hogan members are just getting shot into that
30 seconds in this period.
See Desmond Wolf taking RVD with the wound already opened up on the head of RVD and raking him across the steel cage. And Wolf in the corner, it looks like he's trying to take the ring, the Hall of Fame ring of Hulk Hogan off the finger of Abyss.
Oh yeah, remember, I think Chelsea wants that ring. Remember she said, I want it.
The next member of Team Flair, Cowboy James Storm.
Well, you can see Storm, he's kind of hurt, holding his back a bit. And, physical matchup to kick off Lockdown tonight. James Storm not exactly on the hop to get in his ring. He's just doubling down that brewski.
And now the Cowboy enters, leaving things up, and he comes in, he spits the beer right in the face of Abyss, blinding him, and goes to the corner, and look at those shots, right after right to the head of Jarrett. And RVD was opened up seconds ago when Desmond Wolf dragged him across the steel.
Yeah, well, that open wound on Van Dam, reopened wound, came back by the hands of that man who just did it again to him in James Storm. Oh man, Van Dam is really, Rob is split open bad. Oh God, look at him.
Storm just gnawing and chewing on the head of Van Dam, the open cut as the blood flows out of his head.
Well, Team Flair looking sharp right here, but Jeff Jarrett able to drop Robert Roode, and maybe that's the life that maybe Abyss can feed off of, or Rob Van Dam.
30 seconds remaining in this time period.
I guess Sting had a captain of Team Flair, kind of taking a shortcut and not looking to come out here early.
The captain, Sting, obviously going to be coming out on the spot that's last.
15 seconds.
We narrow things down and waiting for the entrance of Jeff Hardy.
Chelsea's concerned, I would assume, for Desmond Wolf, but
4, 3, 2, 1.
Jeff Hardy, obviously, and
the final member of Team Hogan is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
Process of elimination tells us that it's Jeff Hardy next out for Team Hogan, and of course Sting.
Where is he? Where is Hardy? There's no time to waste here, and he sustained that massive.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? We're backstage, and Jeff Hardy's down, and the icon Sting standing above him with the baseball bat in his hand.
Wow, can't go down like that. Come on now. Sting just eliminating Hardy.
Jeff Hardy never having a chance to come out and compete in this lethal lockdown match. This is with the way that Storm is taking RVD.
Well, I mean, it's legal, Mike.
You're right.
I don't blame Storm. I mean, he's, you know, he lost the match for his team, did Storm. He's probably livid over that.
That attack by Sting in the back on Jeff Hardy, think of what it does in terms of neutralizing and taking away that 4-on-3 advantage that Team Hogan would have had at the same time. Jeff Hardy laid out back there.
We can assume, obviously, that Sting must have did some damage with that baseball bat.
30 seconds remain in the final time period.
I assume Hardy wanted to get some redemption after getting a massive fireballs in his face by James Storm.
15 seconds.
Now like Abyss now.
10,
Team Hogan's kind of picking it up a little bit.
7, 6,
well, you know what this is.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The final member of Team Flair is the captain. He is the icon Sting.
We can only presume that the baseball bat that Sting has on his shoulder is the weapon that he used to attack, lay out Jeff Hardy, and prevent Hardy from competing for Team Hogan.
Well, yeah, team captain and right at AJ. I'm sorry, AJ. How am I doing that? Jeff Jarrett. The Jays threw me off. And Sting just
the icon,
for that.
Captain of Team Flair, calling for the weapons to be lowered.
Outnumbered. Team Hogan hurting big time. As the roof, the lethal lockdown starts to come down.
Battle continues inside the steel cage between Team Flair and Team Hogan. The weapon soon to come into play. And once the top of that cage lowers into place, it is pin or submission to win this match.
You could just sense some bad things are going to happen in a few short moments.
And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let lethal lockdown begin!
This is all legal here. See these men going up and getting a hold of whatever weapon they can grab and go!
And again, keep in mind, with Jeff Hardy laid out in the back, numbers game goes here, the big advantage.
Oh my God!
For Team Flair, and they are using the weapons to continue the advantage that they have.
Yeah, just you know, we've spoke about it and for several weeks. It's just been Team Flair has always been one step ahead of Team Hogan, and it continues here.
And what's got to be going through the mind of Hulk Hogan?
Oh, he's down a man.
He's down a man, but at the same time, this is a match where he said if Team Flair dominates, that he was going to walk away from TNA tag.
Well, again, I mean, there's a good chance we're going to witness that happen. That Hulk Hogan's going to, if he's in love, live up to his word, he's going to walk away. But God, just see what just happened by Storm to Van Dam.
Had the trash can across Van Dam's midsection. Hit him with a steel pipe, and there goes that pipe right into the midsection of Jarrett.
Yeah, Jarrett was defenseless as Desmond Wolfe had, it looks like a piece of an axe handle or so. It looks like actually an axe handle that Wolfe has in his hand. I used to be a lumberjack, so I know that.
Almost as if Sting is surveying the situation, just watching as his teammates on Team Flair continue the domination that we have seen in recent weeks of Team Hogan.
Robert Roode just wearing out Abyss, and what is Wolf doing? Jeff Jarrett able to shut down and stop Wolf.
Jarrett with a little trash can justice.
Well, here comes Team Hogan trying to pick it up a bit.
And Sting back with the baseball bat. God, oh.
Yeah, Sting is just doing some deadly damage for a few moments with that bat, and stepping on the fingers, it seems, of Van Dam, and he did it to Jarrett also.
Yeah, in terms of the lineup for Team Flair, it was Sting batting in the cleanup spot, number 4. And he comes to the ring with the baseball bat, and this destruction of Team Hogan continues. Boy, it has been a one-sided beatdown, especially from the point that the shot,
just the momentum
of Roode on Jeff Jarrett drove him directly through the cage door with some. What are we going to do here?
You got me.
You got Beer Money Incorporated, Storm and Roode going out.
Jarrett's in trouble. He's got both Beer Money on him here. Whoa, look at the Abyss! Those attacks!
The tax being sprayed this guy by the monster Abyss. He grabs Sting. He rips the leather jacket. Sting. He's going to try and put Sting into those thousands of tacks.
And Wolf saved the day for the icon. Sting right there. Maybe not.
Or did he? Oh! Beer bottle smashed over the head of Abyss by Storm. Saves Sting from going into the tacks. I mean, the numbers here are way too much, especially now with Jarrett out of the cage.
Yeah, well,
not only Hardy in the back, but Jarrett out here on the floor.
No, I agree. I mean, Team Flair just calculatingly cold. And so... Well, that's Jeff Jarrett. I'm Jeff Jarrett, Jeff Hardy's music. And that's Jeff Hardy. Oh!
Kendo stick shot.
Oh, my God. Oh!
Hardy swinging like a madman.
You are not kidding. Look like Albert Pujols here in St. Louis.
Completely demolishing Beer Money Incorporated and that kendo stick.
Well, whatever Sting did to Jeff Hardy, it obviously wasn't enough.
Hardy's like a man possessed.
Can't blame him. Look at little Jeff.
Guitar shot by Jarrett on Desmond Wolf.
Oh, that was nuts. Well,
RVD.
Van Dam. Van Dam's gonna soar. Bam! 5-star.
In stereo.
Team Hogan got some life in him, baby. Uh-oh.
Complexion of this match quickly turned.
The tacks are right underneath the Abyss.
Clothesline shots from Sting.
Oh, buddy.
Watch the chokeslam.
Sting just landed spine first on the tacks.
As the outcome goes into the tacks.
Where's Hardy go?
He's climbing the side of the cage.
You know, I see that, but what is Hardy going to do up there? Hardy's a little bit reckless for those that don't realize that. So Lord knows what he's going to do up there.
He was challenging Beer Money Incorporated to come and meet him on top of the cage. And Storm and Roode realized that if they both climb the side of the cage and go up there, they're going to have him 2-on-1. Oh, God, this is a dangerous proposition here.
Right across the face. Man, Hardy is just... my man's getting extreme up top. This is a dangerous thing up there, Mike. These men are really high up here in this arena.
Oh, storm trash can shot to the back of Hardy. As Beer Money Incorporated, they realized that if they got up there that they would have 2-on-1 against Jeff.
The hell is there a table up there? Oh, weapons and everything.
And Beer Money Incorporated positioning a table up on top of this steel cage.
You could just sense that it's just something really bad is about to happen to Jeff Hardy.
How much of a beating did Jeff Hardy take here? Oof! Storm tried to use the kendo stick. Hardy has other ideas for Beer Money.
To Jeff Hardy here. Oof! Oh! Twist of fate on top of this steel structure.
That caught Rude. Now he's got Storm set up on the table.
What the hell is Hardy gonna do? Remember the redemption here. Uh-oh. After the fireball in Hardy's face. On impact. Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. Jeff, be careful.
We can all understand gaining payback. Jeff, we can all understand the revenge you want.
Oh my God. Please be careful, man.
This is too much. Look out, Jeff.
He's out of control.
This is too much.
He's nuts. He's reckless. Jeff, don't do it. Jeff Hardy bringing high risk to a new level. The hell is Flair doing? What? Team Flair, I guess.
The man
he realizes his team's in trouble, obviously, but
what is he doing? Not only coming down to ringside,
he's not officially in the match, but he don't care. It's his team. I don't blame him. He has no respect for Abyss, hates Abyss, Flair does.
Hates everything that Abyss stands for, hates the fact that Hogan gave him the Hall of Fame ring, and he's trying to take the ring right off of Abyss's finger.
Well, Ric Flair is a Hall of Famer and feels that Abyss isn't, which Abyss is not a Hall of Famer, and that's not why Hulk gave the ring to him, but that's another story for another time. Look at this! Well, that's a look we haven't seen in a very long time on Hulk Hogan's face. Look at Flair, he's trying to bite Abyss's finger off.
Remember, Hogan told the world if Team Flair continued their dominance, he'd walk away from TNA. And he's not going to stand by idly and let Flair continue this destruction.
I guess
lockdown just moments ago.
Eric's gonna pick his spot. finally do it.
Bischoff, he is loyal to Hulk Hogan.
Bischoff did the right thing here. I'm surprised.
Repeated shots with the brass knuckles has opened up the head of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the man behind Team Flair.
Never expected Hogan and Flair to be out here while their teams were going at it.
It just exemplifies how important this match is to the future of TNA.
Oh my God, look at that demented, that look on Flair.
The maniacal look on the face of Ric Flair. Oh my God! Back first, into the tax goes Flair. Trash can shot to the head of the Nature Boy.
Hogan promised everybody, his family, everyone, that he wouldn't get back in the ring here, but it's kind of cool to see him doing his thing, but he's thinking about doing that thing.
Watch this.
He's got him.
He's got more.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of Lethal Lockdown, Team Hogan!
What a crazy turn of events, Mike. Oh my God.
Yes, Eric Bischoff shows his loyalty to Hulk Hogan. It may have taken months, but Bischoff and Hogan, the regime is united in TNA.
Team Hogan gets the win. Eric Bischoff shows his true colors in a good way to Hulk Hogan and everybody else. And Jeff Hardy, I think that's an important.
Yeah, it's a salute to the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy.
What a physical deal. What a crazy night it was. Got a new X Division champion tonight, Mike. The Knockouts champion.
But that's the picture that we're all going to leave Lockdown remembering. The fact that Team Hogan is able to turn it on Team Flair in spite of all the momentum that we witnessed from Team Flair in recent weeks, in spite of the destruction. Now we go to the replays. My God, look at this.
Jeff Hardy, the top of that ladder, the beer money, and then
there's the moment of truth right there.
Yeah, Eric Bischoff looked like he was going to toss those nuts over the Nature Boy, but gave it to the Holston. Holston wore out the nation right to those tacks, and then while all that commotion was going on, Abyss, Snatching Wolf, Black Hole Slam, Team Hogan, victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, think about what we have witnessed tonight. An incredible night for Team Hogan and Hulk Hogan. The issues between Hogan and Eric Bischoff are resolved. The power, the control, it lies with Hogan. I gotta tell you, Taz, I can't wait for Impact. Remember, everybody, it's live tomorrow. We'll see you at 8 o'clock on Spike TV.